Disney CEO Bob Iger says Disney will be allowed to use AI-generated content. Dude, I'm a fan of AI.
Sure.
Are you?
I am becoming a fan.
Okay.
Of it.
There's no way you're gonna stop it. It will be here,
Sure.
right? It's like when a hurricane's coming. You ain't gonna stop. Motherfucker's coming, dude.
Right.
The AI's coming.
Shore up or move.
Mm-hmm.
Those are your options.
Jarvis was not Tony playing God.
No.
Jarvis was Tony making an artificial intelligence. The other ones we're going to talk about right now, I feel, were people playing God. Vision is technically Ultron's son. Jocasta's Ultron's wife. They both reject him. They both join the Avengers at times. It's a pretty toxic AI family. The funny thing about Ultron in the MCU, this motherfucker was born in 5 minutes, dude. He goes online and realizes, y'all are fucking this shit up. We need to get rid of all of you assholes. There's a Jimmy Olsen TV series in the works.
Oh my God. Just stop.
Yeah.
Why? Why don't we make movies about the janitor? Or the guy that sharpens pencils?
Yes, yep.
You know, come on, dude.
Bruce Wayne versus Tony Stark, human to human. Tony Stark's getting his ass whooped real quick.
Oh, absolutely.
In a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah.
Like a Mike Tyson fight in the 90s.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to Only Comics. I'm Mike. That's Adrian.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, bro?
Another day in the neighborhood.
Another day in the neighborhood. We got Galactus with us today.
Big
Shout
head
out.
mofo.
Dude, this is like some Channing Tatum size head, bro. But shout out to McSkeeter who sent this to us. Yo, There's a button here somewhere. Fuck, it makes like noise and shit. But oh, no, it doesn't. The eyes light up.
There you go. That's cool.
Bro. Look at that. Bam, Galactus. Galactus is, I was actually watching the Fantastic Four movie yesterday. First, it's on Disney Plus now. So, yeah, dude. I watched it. I think it holds up. Oh, I got it in my shot. We can't Galactus. I mean, his head's so fucking big. Dude, McSkeeter, I can see why you sent us this. Is it was probably took up your whole fucking house. So how do you get out of my house? Took my whole room, you know?
Ray had to park his car outside and shit because the head was taking up the garage.
For real. But dude, I was watching that movie again, and you know, I remember when it first came out, and people were like, "Oh,
what movie?
Fantastic Four, First
Okay.
Steps."
Yeah.
People were like, "Oh, it's so stupid that Galactus got beat so quick, and this, and that." And I was thinking, not today, because I got a whole nother deep dive planned here. But we should do a deep dive into Galactus, you know. Oh, that sounds kind of naughty.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Well, it's funny that you bring up Galactus because the hidden gem today actually defeats Galactus.
Oh shit!
And it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it does happen. So it's kind of interesting.
Okay. So the hidden gem defeats Galactus. No shit.
Yep.
So stay tuned to find out who the hidden gem is. We do have a deep dive today, and we're going to be talking about AI in the comics, okay? AI is all over the fucking place, bro.
It is.
And I think it's one of those things like, you know, how the old people looked at rock and roll music. It's the devil. Then they did the same thing with hip hop, and then the computers, and everything's so bad, right? It's going to take over. It's going to do. But I kind of fall on the other side, dude. I'm a fan of AI.
Sure.
Are you?
I am becoming a fan of AI because as I find out how to make it, it's a tool, just like anything else. It is
a tool, 100%.
Until you figure out how it can work for you, you're going to be probably afraid of it.
Yeah.
Or at the very least concerned about how it's going to be used.
Right.
First and foremost, it's everywhere, so you can't stop it. I mean, probably all the computers that you're buying, you're seeing these. The only thing they're doing is justifying hiking up the cost of their computers.
Right.
You know, buy this computer with AI in it, this phone with AI in it. It's fucking software, dude.
Right.
I mean, your machines can run this shit, you know, 10 times over, but you're jacking up the price of your product because it has a piece of software running on it. So it's here.
Yeah.
And it's going to get more and more powerful. Add that with all the cameras that they covertly or not so covertly. You see the big trucks, right?
Yeah.
They're not asking you, can we put cameras in your neighborhood? They're just putting cameras in neighborhoods. Yeah. And they're putting more cameras in certain neighborhoods than others. But that's something else, right? So, and then what do you think they're going to have to run all this stuff? You think you're going to have Al sitting up, you know, watching a million computer screens?
Nope.
Al is incapable of watching 2 computer screens. So they're going to have AI doing that kind of stuff. So it is a tool. the best thing that you can do is figure out how this tool can be used for you as soon as possible, and let's all move on.
Yeah, because people get on these tirades. Oh, it's replacing jobs. It's this, and that. Now,
maybe replacing your job.
There will be some jobs that will be replaced, or there won't be as big of a need for that many individuals. I mean, like you're in tech.
Yeah.
AI can help you code, right?
Absolutely.
So if you were running a company, a tech company, you may need less employees to get the same stuff done. I mean,
well, it depends on the tech company. If you're running wire, for example, there are companies that just go out and the wires that run into your wall, that's all they do. They make millions of dollars just running wires into your wall, into your ceilings. AI is not going to replace that.
Correct.
Now, once you get everything connected and you need to monitor something or improve the efficiency of something, sure.
Yeah.
But there's basic AI is not going to replace the trash man.
Right.
AI is not going to, I mean, at some point, you get autonomous trucks that can go around and pick up shit.
And
then maybe, that's 20 years from now.
But that's just life,
But
dude.
it's just life. That's the thing. The car replaced the horse.
Correct.
I mean, shit like
that. See the horses all pissed off, do you?
No.
No, they're not, rebelling against us.
But they did find another use for the horses, though, right?
Yep.
Besides potted meat, they race them and breed them and they do other stuff with them,
So, I mean, AI, dude, it's one of those things that there's no way you're going to stop it. It will be here, right? It's like when a hurricane's coming. You ain't going to stop. Motherfucker's coming, dude.
Right.
The AI's coming.
Shore up or move. Those are your options.
And I'll tell you what, dude, we wouldn't have only comics every week if there was no AI. I'll be straight up, dude, because it's just me and you here.
Yeah.
We got interns, but we don't have anybody here like hanging the shit up, fucking getting us drink, none of that stuff.
Yep.
But prep for this show, we're able to put out this content because of using AI for research and shit like that. So that being said, Adrian, we're going to hop into the news. If you're with us for the first time, welcome. Shout out to the interns out there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you are brand new, I will tell you to buckle the fuck up because it's going to get a little rowdy in here, Adrian. Is that a fair statement?
It's always rowdy, but there's levels to the rowdiness.
There's levels
but
to
yes,
it.
Buckle up.
Yep. Thing about AI, real quick. There is a downside to it. Okay.
Sure.
And I was just kind of using. It's funny. I was asking AI about AI. Now, the worst aspects are.
Hold on. What did you just say?
I was asking AI about AI.
So a lot of people don't realize that that's actually one of the things that you should be doing.
Yeah.
Right. So you hear these things called prompts, right?
Mm-hmm.
The best thing you can do is learn prompts. Well, at the end of asking all your prompts, and AI spits out your solution. Now ask AI to go back and say, hey, what questions should I have asked, or what questions should you ask in order for you to generate the information that you just generated?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's valid.
Just like using a tool within a tool, right?
Exactly. You can also use AI Claude to validate or check AI Chat GBT.
Right.
You can use an AI to check an AI.
Sure.
It happens.
But yeah, I was asking AI about AI. I said, "Do some of the worst things that you guys have done," and the number one thing was replacing some real jobs, some writers, some VX artists, designers, customer support, right, chatbot, shit like that, even some coders.
Hold on, and I know I'm making this segment longer by keep interrupting, but AI replaced some of these jobs. Who made the decision to replace those jobs?
Sure.
So AI ain't replacing you. It's your boss replacing you.
Either way, you're being replaced by AI.
Right.
Deep fake. So have you seen some of these fake celebrity videos like on TikTok where you got Stephen Hawking's on a freaking ramp at the X Gate, like just ridiculous shit. Now that's for fun, but you could use AI to fake some political speeches.
Right.
And this is just getting started. So imagine fake audio of literally people saying anything.
Right.
Where is that going to go? How do you limit that?
You don't.
AI giving terrible advice. Some of the really dark shit. I've heard of this a couple times of people dealing with some crazy mental health issues and literally talking to AI about unaliving themselves, as they say. And AI basically encouraged them to do so. Couple cases, because AI it's almost, not almost, I think it's designed to make you feel good and tell you what you want to hear, right? Because it wants you to keep using it. So,
who brought up this conversation? I know you were involved, but somebody brought up a conversation about I think it was probably one of our coworkers. Like when AI is being programmed, and it is being programmed, who is it being programmed to reflect? The general human, emotion, things like that. Law enforcement.
Sure.
And then if it's law enforcement, who's law enforcement? Christianity or some kind of religious thing.
Right.
And if it is, whose version of it?
Yep.
Is it the Quran versus the Bible? Is it Christianity versus Buddhism? How is AI being programmed? And how AI is being programmed will determine the outcome of when you ask it something, it reflects an answer back.
Sure. Funny you say that, because in our Marvel AI segment, that's going to be a big contrast between the different AIs. Is what were they based on? Were they based on a human brain? Were they just based on no brain? Were they based to be autonomous? So other things, AI facial recognition has caused plenty of issues, innocent people being flagged as criminals, misidentified minorities at a higher rate. Like there's... Of course, dude.
I mean, if you can teach a dog to attack black people, of course you can teach AI to... I mean, come on.
Denied applicants because the algorithm just didn't like their name at jobs. AI sources resumes and like, I don't like that fucking name. Yes. Political manipulation, fake interviews, talked about that shit. But then there's the upside. There's been medical breakthroughs, early cancer detection, heart issues. AI's been a game changer for accessibility, blind users of devices, deaf users, people with mobility issues, fraud protection. I mean, there's predicting natural disasters. AI has been able to forecast better than we have for hurricanes, floods, shit like that. Also, creative tools. AI's helping, I guess, normal people, giving them the ability to design, produce music, edit videos, even make films, write books.
Wait a minute. So if AI was available back in Hitler days, he would have been too impressed that academy.
He would have gotten art school.
He would have got an art school, and we would have avoided all this shit.
You're fucking goddamn right he would have.
Wow.
So anyways, I am a fan, and I feel like it's... I mean, you carry, right?
Sure.
People have this same type of opinions about guns, right? Guns kill people.
Right. Well, that's not true.
Now, people with guns kill people.
Yep.
Guns a tool.
Yep.
It's a tool, just like AI is a tool. Yep. So anyways, we are going to get into some news and rumors, Adrian, and there will be some AI stuff in here. But let's start with this. So I'm a big Doctor Strange fan now. Doctor Strange is a character that I feel similar about that character as I do about Iron Man. And I'll tell you why. Prior to the MCU, I was not a huge Iron Man fan. I didn't dislike him. He just wasn't one of my top characters. He was there. He's in the story. Cool, whatever. I never did a deep dive into the character. Doctor Strange, probably even less. He's in a lot of these comics. I knew he was a fucking wizard and the power and all that shit, right? But it wasn't till seeing these characters explored on screen, because they were done really well, both of them, to where I definitely started to like them more, and I've done deep dives into both of those characters' origins, and they're badass, dude. They're fucking awesome. Doctor Strange, were you a fan of him before the movies?
No.
Are you a fan of the character now?
I'm more aware of him.
More aware, yeah. The first two Doctor Strange movies I thought were really good.
Yep.
First one was slightly better than the second one, maybe. But I rewatched the second one recently, and I actually really liked it, dude. I think that's a movie that suffered from people wanting one thing based off of like rumors and trailers, and then getting something else and being upset. Like the whole Illuminati scene. That's one of the big critiques about that movie. Like, how did Wanda come in and wreck all these people like that? Well, because she's fucking Wanda, dude.
Right.
Like, after going through her power set and how she uses magic, I don't think that scene was far-fetched.
That scene was like played down.
Yeah.
I mean, in reality, compared to what she could have done.
Correct.
She literally just could have came in and just wiped everybody out without a conversation or anything.
She's like, you know how Spider-Man nerfs himself? I feel like when Wanda when Wanda's right up here, she nerfs herself.
Sure.
She's not going because people, you would be like, well, how come she doesn't always do that? Well, because most of the time she's mentally stable and she ain't doing shit like that. It's when she has some chaos going on up here, causes chaos like that, and she's damn near unstoppable.
Right.
So that wasn't crazy to me. And then the only thing I really didn't care for was the fact that the climax of the movie, the end of the movie, when Strange stops her, it's the zombie Strange and not actual Doctor Strange. He's like remote fucking viewing into the body. I just thought that was a little cheap. You're building up this movie the whole time, and then we got this weird looking zombie version of you being the hero.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, but it also says a couple of things. The most powerful of that is that maybe Doctor Strange is not as powerful as Wanda.
Oh, definitely. You know? Yeah, he had to remote view into himself. He had to use the Darkhold against her. So he's kind of, fighting chaos with chaos almost, which then, as the other Doctor Strange had said throughout the movie, the Darkhold, whatever, Tasca, what do you say? It's basically it's going to fuck you up. Using a Darkhold, it takes a toll on you. Sure. Which it did on him, obviously, with the third eye. So some of the worst CGI we've ever seen in the MCU. That's a bad fucking use it. Hey, why don't you use AI to fix that? How about that shit?
How about that?
But anyways, why am I talking about Doctor Strange, you ask, Adrian? You probably didn't, but they're working on Doctor Strange 3. That's the rumor. So Doctor Strange 3, they've confirmed that, plot details are still a mystery. We do know, remember at the end of Strange 2, he runs off with Clea. Charlize Theron shows up as Clea, this character who in the comics they eventually get married and whatever. But it seems like at this point in the MCU, he don't really know who she is. He just knows she's out there jumping through fucking universes. Right. But this also speaks to the fact when people say, not a fact, when this crazy rumor that people believe that there's not enough setup for Doomsday, it's just going to be dropped on. They're rushing it. She showed up and was like, yo, let's go stop these incursions that you caused. Well, we know that Doomsday Secret Wars, a lot of the plot line is going to be incursions. So I'm like, I think a lot of this is already been planted. Sure. It's just you haven't seen the final movie, so you don't know. It's like you're watching a movie for the first time. There's shit that happens in the beginning that you don't know will impact the end of the movie. Correct. But people want everything fucking spelled out for them. Anyways, the rumor about this movie is they're going to adapt the Time Runs Out storyline from the comics. Now, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, right? Time Runs Out leads to Secret Wars. And that story, there's incursions in it. You see how Doom becomes God Emperor Doom. This is a story that is going to be part of our Road to Secret Wars that we're reading here. We're starting that December 1st. We do have some comics for sale right now. Unfortunately, I cannot get House of M right now. It's on back order. So we start talking about Wanda, and what happens, Adrian? House of M sells out at the distributor. Yep. Believe that shit?
Yeah, I do believe it.
And they won't even send us a copy. No. Motherfuckers. But you can read these comics along in the app as well. But we do have right now the new Avengers comic that has Avengers Disassembled for sale, as long as the third comic in this first chapter that we are putting together, and that is Civil War. So, but Time Runs Out. I'm not going to spoil the whole plot because it is going to be part of our read, but this is where you see Doom putting together, gathering the power. You see Doom and Molecule Man, a lot of shit going on there. You see how Doom becomes God Emperor Doom. You see when the universe ends. You see there's a lot of things in this comic run that are kind of already in place too in the MCU. You see an old paranoid Steve Rogers in this. So in the comics, there is a part of this Avengers story where Steve gets aged up. It's like some time travel shit, but basically he goes from being regular old Steve Rogers to old man Steve, which is, and I think the MCU is done a good job of not addressing Captain America, because do you remember any movie or show where they told us that Steve Rogers was dead? No. So for all we know, he's still out there.
Oh, absolutely.
And he has the super soldier serum. So just because he looks like an old man doesn't mean he's an old man.
Right.
He can still fucking get down, bro.
I mean, for him to comparatively, for the way he looked in the movies when he came back, he would have had to be 100 and something.
Right.
To have aged that much. Because even in his, like, the other cat, the first super soldier serum, the black guy, he was in that movie in his like 60s and 70s or some shit. And you saw how he was popping
exactly
around, you know? So yeah, the super soldier serum, I mean, he would have to be almost ancient, but like you said, that doesn't mean they can't go and pick him from some timeline and bring back at some point. You know, this whole time travel multiverse thing, I mean, nothing's off.
Nothing's off limits.
Off limits, dude. It's like, let me just go get an earlier version of me and shit.
Right. The Illuminati plays a big part of this story. We've already seen them tease in Doctor Strange too. So there could be another Illuminati in another fucking multiverse, right? Or there could be other members there that we didn't see whacked when Wanda showed up, right? In this comic story, Doctor Strange uses darker magic than usual, which we've already seen in the MCU too. So I like this rumor a lot. I guess the only question is, well, then when the fuck is this movie coming out? Because it would have to come out right before Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Which would be a perfect segue. We see what happens in Doomsday. And you can, I guess, have that lead to Doctor Strange and then to Secret Wars. So I really, hearing this, and then I'm really trying to avoid spoilers because there's a good chunk of us that are going to go on this run and read these comics here. Read a comic. Read a fucking comic. But I'm excited for that. Time Runs Out is a good story. You got one of the main components of that story is Captain America being pissed. And you see a very big conflict with him and Tony. Namor and T'Challa have a really big conflict in this as well, which unfortunately we don't have a T'Challa right now. But anyways, Doctor Strange 3 rumored to be in production. We don't know when it will be coming out, but the rumor is Time Runs Out is going to be the story they adapt. So
that's something you said is important. This will come out before Secret Wars. Now, not only does it have to come out before the movie comes out, but it also, like Superman, has to be in streaming before Secret Wars hits
true.
The theater.
Yeah.
So not only for context, but I'm wondering if we're going to be shifting from, because right now everybody talks about budget and how much money is a failure because it didn't make $1 billion and this. I wonder if we're ever going to shift from the idea of the money-making aspect. Yeah, you got to cover costs.
Right.
But at some point, will it go from, we got to make a box office hit, a Golden Globe or like an Oscar level hit, to just continuity of these stories with the idea of long range? Because remember, it used to be you put out a product and that product either hit or it did not hit, right?
Right.
But now it's like you're in this succession of products, these stories. And these stories, this one might make 100 million, this one might make a billion, this one might make 700. But in the grand scheme of things across this whole portfolio, when you look at movies like a portfolio instead of individual trades, the portfolio over time is going to make money as opposed to this individual movie.
Right.
We don't really give a shit. We care if it flops or not, sure, but we're going to use this trade to improve the next one and the next one and the next one. So I'm just wondering if we're going to shift from an individual trade or product kind of view of things. Well, we don't really care about how much money it really makes, to a portfolio view where our entire portfolio, how much it impacts people over time, how much money it makes over time, because these products together will make so much more money than individual products.
Well, I do. I think that they've done, I think in the MCU, they probably look at it like that because it's about this overall package, right? Like some movies are going to do shitty. Some movies are going to do great. Some movies are going to do better on streaming than they did here. But we got this whole universe of movies that we built. It's not just about one individual film.
Yeah.
You know? Speaking of T'Challa, Adrian, there's a rumor. It's a good rumor here. It's good. Everybody loves it. It's a great rumor. The same rumor that has, I guess, been out there before about T'Challa showing back up in the MCU. The rumor right now says there will be another male Black Panther in Avengers Doomsday. I guess where we don't, the confusion right now is what does that mean? Because right now, T'Challa is gone. They killed him off. There's a son named Toussaint/T'Challa 2, or fuck that means. Remember at the end of Black Panther 2, right? They got the son with the fucking other chick who we never really seen them have any interaction on screen, but she got pregnant somehow. Right. But the question is, so having a T'Challa in this movie, a Black Panther, does that mean it's straight up T'Challa from another universe? Is it the hero's son, T'Challa II, from this Black Panther 2 movie? Is he somehow aged up? Or is it a T'Challa Jr. from another universe that was older, from the future? Who knows? My vote would be, let's just have another T'Challa from another universe. No son, just give me the father. It's like I'm saying our father shit here. But I fall on that side. What do you think?
So they started out Fantastic Four the way it did. It wasn't a good movie. And then they followed up with a different Fantastic Four, also not a good movie.
Yeah.
Then they changed the whole dynamic, race swapping, fucked the family up, the cousins, uncles, sisters, dog, all this bullshit. And then they corrected it with the latest Fantastic Four.
Right.
How about you just undo the fucking death of T'Challa and just bring back T'Challa as if he never left? How about that?
That would be great. That would be great.
Because a variant might mean something. The son will definitely mean something different. It's not the same.
It's not the same. No. I think maybe they're thinking when you put the Black Panther costume on him, no one will fucking care and it'll just be Black Panther.
Yeah, it's just like every black person looks like every black person. Right? Sure, it doesn't matter.
Right. Nope. They need to get Lawrence Fishburne to play T'Challa.
Oh my God! What's going? He's dual rolling fucking Xavier and T'Challa.
Yep.
At the same time,
Xavier's going to be a T'Challa variant. You know how people are with the Doom shit, right? It's going to be a variant. I seen it one time. Some guys going back and forth with me on YouTube. Like I Googled it, and this comic says he's a variant. I'm like, the funny thing is, I've actually read that comic, and he's not a fucking variant. So I'll tell you what they used to tell me, and now I tell you, read a comic. So, anyways. Another piece of Black Panther news is the same scooper, Adrian, that says this. No, my bad. It's a different scooper. He says that Black Panther 3 is in production. It is going into production in 2027, and it will be released February of 2028. The most recent rumor is that the Snowfall actor Damson Idris is going to play T'Challa. That was the individual. I looked at it. We had his picture a few weeks ago. I've never seen Snowfall.
Nor have I.
But I mean, I've not seen this guy act. All I can do is base it off the picture, and he looks like someone that could play T'Challa.
Sure.
But that doesn't mean from an acting standpoint, who knows?
I mean, Halle Berry looked like. Never mind.
No, she didn't.
No, she didn't.
So contrary to what you said earlier, Adrian, all black people don't look alike, okay?
I know that. And all Spanish people aren't fucking... Anyway, that's a whole nother thing.
And they're all illegal. That's what people tend to believe. But anyways, so this movie, if it is really going to be scheduled to be released February of 28, that means it's post-Secret Wars. That means if Secret Wars really is this big reboot, this may be a whole new Black Panther chapter. This is where we could pluck another T'Challa. Or not even
that would absolutely make sense.
Right?
Right.
So I guess maybe we're going to have to suffer through a fucking child aged up version in Secret Wars just to have a Black Panther there. And then, or does this version get pulled into the MCU in Secret Wars, like in the comics where they do pull in different variants, right, from other universes. And then after the reset, kind of like how in the comics, Miles stayed in the main universe. Like he came from the Ultimate Universe, joined this universe in Secret Wars. Then after the reset, he stayed here.
Okay.
Maybe something like that happens here, is where the reset becomes a true reset where some stuff from the past may not have still happened. So you could easily rewrite the T'Challa death, have after the reset, just make it that this dude never died. And it's just this different actor playing him. We'll all be okay.
Yeah. Or they gotta, if not that, and if they do bring in some alternate Black Panther, then you gotta have like this Killmonger fight with the son that they introduced in Black Panther 2, right? He's probably gonna be grown up. He's supposed to be Caine. Now you got this variant coming over from another universe. They got it could get messy.
There's a lot going on, dude. This kind of sounds like some balls in the lettuce, Adrian.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Moving on. Superman, James Gunn, DCU. He announced Man of Tomorrow. That's on the way. That's the next, I guess, follow-up in this. No, it's not. Supergirl's the next part of this Superman saga. Then it's Man of Tomorrow. What we know about Man of Tomorrow so far is that Lex Luthor's in this, Superman's in this. We're thinking there's going to be some type of team up between these two. They're going to set their difference aside for something else, which is not out of the norm for these two at times, right? They're bitter enemies, but they've been forced to work with each other at times in the comics.
Yep.
So that may happen here on screen, and we do have a confirmation from James Gunn that the big baddie in this movie, Adrian, is going to be none other than Brainiac. How do you feel about Braniac?
That'll work.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know much about Brainiac. Is there a Marvel counterpart you'd be like, he's DC's version of this type of character? Is he some whole other shit on his own? Or
I would put him kind of in the same realm as in Ultron.
Okay.
But a little bit more sinister.
Got it.
Because so imagine we talked about AI earlier, right? So a malicious AI with not only with a superiority complex.
Yeah.
And his thing is purity. Knowledge is purity. It's like math. Math is pure. But on a universal scale, not just on a conquering mankind kind of a deal, but on a universal galactic scale. That's Braniac.
Got it. So I used AI to inform me about AI here, Adrian. I asked AI about Brainiac, and these are some things that AI says. It says Brainiac is a hyper intelligent 12th level intellect. Whatever the fuck that means. It means he's fucking smart. Okay.
Yep.
He's obsessed with collecting knowledge by destroying civilizations. So I want to get the knowledge here. I just want the knowledge, though. We're going to wipe this shit out, right? His origins, it kind of varies, but basically he's a techno-organic alien from Kolu, where everyone's hyper-intelligent. He rebels against the rulers, upgrades himself into a bio-cyber organism, creates drone avatars across the galaxy, and then he begins his mission to collect cities and destroy planets.
So he sounds like a AI version of Booster Gold.
Okay.
So you're in a space where everybody around you is an egghead, right? On Booster Gold's situation, he's from a future.
Okay.
He's from the Earth's future, and there's literally nothing important or powerful about him.
Yeah.
He fixed games and got put in jail for that. He ends up being a security guard in a museum. And to make himself feel better about himself, he steals the museum pieces, which happens to be some shit from the past, goes back in time, and now he's the Donald Trump of superheroes in the current time realm. So this Brainiac, he's nothing amongst his own kind.
Yeah.
So now he does this thing to make himself more important. Then he goes overboard and like, not only am I gonna make myself, God Supreme Brainiac, but now I'm going to destroy everything around me, even though I don't have to.
Right.
Because in order to get knowledge, you don't have to kill the vessel that has the knowledge. Knowledge is one of those unique things where it's not like gold. If you have gold, you give me gold. I have the gold, you don't. If you have knowledge, you give me knowledge. We both have the knowledge.
Correct.
I don't have to kill you to fucking take it.
Exactly. And another thing he does, which is fucking insane, is he takes cities and bottles them up and preserves them, like shrinks them down, like a fucking trophy case.
Yeah.
And he does it because he thinks he's preserving the city, preserving the knowledge. He's a tyrant, dude. So
Kandahar?
Yep, from Krypton.
From Krypton, yeah.
Yep, that's his most famous trophy.
Yep.
So he is.
But Superman ain't no better. He goes around and fucking collect. Well, theoretically, he's supposed to like collect the last of something. Like if there's like some weird alien, like the plant that took over him for fucking months and nobody knew about it, right? Yep. Talking about Superman's mind. Superman's mind ain't shit. He brought a plant back from a dying planet because the entire species was going to be taken over, and the plant jumped on his chest, took over his mind, and nobody even knew about it.
Damn. So yeah,
bitch,
fucking motherfucker, dude. Brainiac can interface with any machine, kind of like Ultron, right?
Right.
He can corrupt planetary networks. He's basically like if Ultron came from space,
right?
Right, like on a higher level, he can take over nuclear systems, control drones. His cybernetic shit gives him his cybernetic enhancements. Depending on the version, he has superhuman strength, energy blast, force field stronger than Superman's punches. He can regenerate. I mean, dude, he's a machine. I can see why you would need a bunch of people to team up with Superman.
Oh yeah,
he's not going to just take him out by himself. He's also aware of the multiverse. He can observe multiple timelines. He can pull versions of himself from other realities. And this is all comic. I'm sure he'll be toned down a little bit for movies. And from a physical standpoint, he can trade blows with Superman. He can tank hits that have leveled cities. He can literally grab Clark out of the fucking sky. He can throw hands with Wonder Woman. He's kind of a fucking badass dude.
I mean, think about it. You have access to the knowledge of entire civilizations at your disposal. You can make your physical form anything you want it to be.
Right.
Right.
Now, I think his biggest accomplishment, he has outsmarted Batman in comics, which no one does. No one does, except for this motherfucker. So, anyways, Braniac has been confirmed to be the baddie of Man of Tomorrow, which I think it explains why Superman plus Lex and probably some other people, it's going to be some team type shit taking this motherfucker down.
Yeah, because remember, between the two of them, Superman is the blunt instrument. Brainiac, Luthor is the mind.
Right.
I mean, facts are facts.
Like if they were in school together, Clark would be copying off Lex's paper.
Precisely.
Yeah. So fucking dumbass bitch. Just playing. Another piece of news here about this DCU. This one, I don't think this is as good a piece of news as the Brainiac one, Adrian. So you know who Jimmy Olsen is, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy Olsen.
God, where are we going with this?
From the Daily Planet, right? He was it was an integral character in Superman. You know, he's dealing with the shrimp toes chick and getting all the intel and all that, right? And this is not a brand new rumor, but we've not really talked about this much here. There's a Jimmy Olsen TV series in the works.
Oh my God. Just stop. Yeah. Why?
So here's what we know so far. The same guy who played him in the Superman, he's going to reprise his role. It's going to be him alongside the Daily Planet crew, minus Lois Lane and Clark Kent. They're going to be investigating different villains in the DCU. Now, originally we were called James Gunn haters. Then we were called James Gunn glazers because we did like Superman, probably me a little bit more than you. We like Peacemaker. But this is where I go, I'm neither. I just call shit straight. Because as much as I liked Superman, the movie, as much as I enjoyed the Peacemaker show, both seasons, This sounds like a big fucking pile of dog shit.
Why don't we make movies about the janitor? Or the guy that sharpens pencils?
Yes, yep.
You know, come on, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, the window washer.
Right.
Why don't we just make a movie about him or her or whatever? It's bullshit.
Like, I've said this before. Play the hits. Play the hits. Do Superman shit, Batman, Flash. Everybody on your shirt. Let's do content about those motherfuckers. Jimmy Olsen TV series. Hey, I'm going to predict the future here, Adrian. I'm going to be like fucking Brainiac here. No one's going to watch this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And you keep doing shit like that, your ass going to be fired from the DCU and the fucking shit sells. But God. Anyways, all right, some AI news. Bob Iger, he's the CEO of Disney, and he made some comments recently, Adrian, that if you're against AI and you're in this line of work, I would rethink your stance on AI. He says that the studio's been in interesting conversations with some of the AI companies, described them as being quite productive. He said that we see opportunities in terms of efficiency and effectiveness by deploying AI. He mentioned that rather than seeking to use AI as a means to replace human staff, Disney has been engaged with our cast members and employees about how best to use it. And Disney's priority is to protect our IP, reach some agreement that reflects our needs and protects the IP. So this guy is saying we're going to use AI in our shit. Mm-hmm. We're not going to get rid of the people. We're going to go to the people and go, instead of me going, Adrian, I'm going to replace you with AI, go, bro, can you use AI? Can you learn how to do it? I want y'all to use this to be more efficient.
Well, there's a conversation that's going to happen prior to that. And the conversation is going to go something like this. We're going to adopt AI. Who wants to stay on board?
Yeah.
Because some people are going to be, like some people, they didn't want to get the COVID vaccination.
Right.
They would rather lose their job. And I know personally some people that did this stupid move, right? They'd rather lose their job than to get an injection that does nothing for you anyway. Or so they say.
Right.
So there's going to be people that they're going to give them the opportunity to step away. And I think there are going to be people that are going to step away. Mm-hmm. They can't conceive the idea of AI. They don't want nothing to do with it. They will move on to do other things. Yeah. So I believe that's going to be the first conversation. Then for those that are left, it's like, well, how can you integrate AI into this?
Correct. Yeah. I think this is a good thing. I think that you can't have it both ways. We've heard a lot of complaints from the movie industry about designers, graphic artists being overworked, right? Complaints, lawsuits, all kinds of shit. Bad treatment. It's this, we got to get this done. And you're asking humans to do more than what they're even capable of doing. Because of that, VX and a lot of these movies have suffered. They rushed, and we've heard this shit for years, right? So I don't think it's a bad thing if we can speed it, because I believe that's what, and I could be completely wrong, which doesn't really happen much, Adrian. It's probably happened once on this show, maybe you think, and maybe once.
You know what? I don't even remember when that was. So it didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen. If you don't remember, I don't remember. They never fucking happened. We're never wrong. But I could see them using this to speed up that process, right? Creating,
but you're looking at it from that lens. They might be looking at it as that. Okay, so I'm complaining about I'm being overworked. Mm-hmm. I'm not complaining about being overworked, but because I look at it as an opportunity to find efficiencies, right? I would look for that tool, AI, to help make my job more efficient. I might not tell you that I'm using AI to make my job more efficient. I'm just suddenly more efficient, right? Now, there's a difference between using a tool to make your job more efficient. Hey, Mike, put this box on your back and walk it down the street, versus Mike, we got you a truck, put on the truck and drive it down the street.
Sure.
In no scenario of that with the box will the truck replace Mike. because Mike has to be involved in both.
Correct.
Well, with AI, Mike,
I am the truck.
You are the truck. You could be replaced. And I think that's their concern.
Right.
Yeah, it's an extreme to go from I'm complaining about I'm being overworked to now I might be out of work.
Yeah.
Because you don't even have to press the button. You just like let this thing loose, and it's fucking, my job's gone. So it's a bit extreme. But I think the people that stay behind and be like, hey, listen, I'm willing to embrace this AI thing, but hey, we need some training. There's going to have to be some training and a lot of training, and jobs are going to change dramatically, dude.
But that's a job. Like, I think that's where people get messed up is you don't own your job.
Right.
Your job is, it's leased to you. Yeah. We're going to pay you X to do this until one of us decides we don't want to do this anymore.
Right.
And there's a lot of jobs where there's contracts that literally say that either one of us can sever this relationship at any point in time for no reason.
Yep.
You sign it, you get paid, and then something like this. I'm not saying I don't mean to sound cold, and I don't feel bad for anyone who loses their job, but my point is you for somehow thought that was guaranteed for life. It's not.
No.
You know, and unfortunately, it may be tools that replace you. It may be another person. It may be business itself. Maybe business is in the shitter, and we can't afford to have this many people anymore. We got to whack, 10 people.
Right.
There's big corporate companies that every year they just scrape the bottom like 10%, just get rid of them.
Right.
Right? The lowest performing people or just lowest pay, whatever it is.
Whatever their metric is.
We have to cut by 15% every year. Boom, you're whacked.
Well, they don't have to, but they just do it anyway.
Yeah.
It's just a thing. They just
thing.
whack the bottom.
Right. So you can embrace it or you cannot.
He said whack the bottom.
Whack the bottom. So I got two pieces of news here to wrap up with where one individual is embracing, a handful of people are embracing it in some way. And then there's another individual that is dealing with AI or people using AI in a malicious way. So the first one, Michael Caine. You know Michael Caine?
Michael Caine.
From from the comic world side, he was Alfred in the Nolan series, right? I mean, he's been in a lot of movies. Great actor, phenomenal actor. British guy. Of course, all the best actors are British for some reason. Why can't our fucking people act? Shit. Put me in a movie, Anyways, there's an AI company called 11 Labs. One of the things they do is they clone voices. Okay, it's an iconic voice marketplace. Is while we're talking about this, it's a service that will house the voices of multiple actors and celebrities, both alive and deceased, for commercial use. Now, the thing about 11 Labs, the contrast between this piece of news and the next one is they're not doing this without consent. They're going to these individuals, Michael Caine, hey, we would love to add your voice to this iconic voice marketplace to be used for services in the future. I'm sure he's going to get paid for it.
Sure.
I'm sure that, his estate, family or something will probably get some royalties, right? From
it's like a record deal.
Absolutely. 100%. So Michael Caine said this. He says, for years, I've lent my voice to stories that move people, tales of courage, of wit, of human spirit. Now I'm helping others find theirs with 11 Labs. We can preserve and share voices, not just mine, but anyone's. 11 Labs is at the very forefront of technology, using innovation not to replace humanity, but to celebrate it. They give everyone tools to be heard. It's not about replacing voices. It's about amplifying them, opening doors for new storytellers everywhere. I've spent lifetime telling stories. 11 Labs will help the next generation tell theirs. So he's all for it. And things that they will do, what you can do with these voices, his voice will be available on this 11 Reader app to narrate books, articles, and PDFs. Okay, so you've listened to books. I've listened to books. This service, I guess, certain books. If you wanted to have Michael Caine read it to you instead of the dickhead author who wrote it, who sounds like a jackass, I mean, I think this is pretty cool.
Right.
I don't know that I would get much use out of this, but I could see a lot of people enjoying. I mean, think about if you have a favorite actor, favorite celebrity, favorite entertainer, and you go, you know what, Adrian, I really want Tupac to read every book to me, Right. I think this is pretty cool, dude.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, like a lot of commercials use voices.
Yeah.
James Earl Jones.
Yep.
Morgan Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
There's Idris Idris. Yeah, him too.
Bro, John Cena's in like every car ad right now. His voice. Every time I turn
his
the TV
voice
on,
or him personally.
His voice is in all of them, and if his voice ain't there, he's fucking there.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a whole market for certain types of voices.
Yeah.
The guy that played the black guy that was he was the kind of like the shady landlord in Barbershop.
Okay.
You know, that deep rustic voice.
I haven't seen that movie in a while.
Yeah. I can't think of his name.
Yeah. Movie's good though.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's a value to it. Like right now, if you look at any TikTok video, there's one voice that stands out above like most of the voices.
Mine.
Okay. Number two.
Yeah.
There's this one voice that everybody uses.
Yeah.
It's kind of this weird. I don't think it belongs to anybody, but most people have adopted it.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a very powerful thing, dude.
Yeah. So he along with Matthew McConaughey and Lisa Minnelli, they just partnered with this company. And then there's a handful of other names that are already there. Rock Hudson, Judy Garland, Art Garfunkel, John Wayne, Mark Twain, Alan Turing, Betty Page, Robert Oppenheimer, and Burt Reynolds are already on the list. So I think this is pretty cool, especially, and this is, I guess, to the point of AI being used properly. If people are properly compensated for their likeness and things of that nature, then why not? We're going to see this in our lifetime. I can fucking guarantee it. We will see actors in movies after they're dead as AI actors.
Oh, absolutely. Keith David.
Okay.
He was the star of The Thing. He's Greenleaf.
Yep.
He was also the voice for Goliath in the Gargoyles. So he's been around. So
yep, that's this. Yep, he was in Spawn. He did the voice of Spawn in the animated show. He was in Dead Presidents. Yeah, this guy. He great voice as well. But I like this dude. I really do. I mean, you remember the old GPS days when they started incorporating different voices? Like you have Snoop Dogg in your GPS and shit. I think that shit's cool.
Sure.
Again, as long as people are doing it with consent.
Sure.
On the other side of this, another individual from the Batman Nolan series, you mentioned him, Morgan Freeman. So we talked about the good side when that company goes, hey, Adrian, we'd love to use your voice. Would you agree to this? We'll compensate you, yada, yada, yada. The problem is there's other companies that don't do that. They sample your voice. They put it out there without your consent. They make videos of maybe you doing shit that you never did. And this has happened to Morgan Freeman on a couple occasions here.
Sure.
So he spoke to Guardian recently about it. He said, I'm a little pissed off. I'm like any actor. Don't mimic me with falseness. I don't appreciate it. And I don't get paid for doing stuff like that. So you're going to do it without me. You're robbing me. So kind of, he doesn't say he's against AI, but like, you're going to do it without letting me know you're stealing from me. That's my voice.
Yeah.
He says, well, I tell you, my lawyers have been very, very busy. They were asking him, like, haven't you already dealt with this? And he's like, yeah, many of them, quite a few. And I think this speaks to a couple things. One, the fact that whatever someone's out there doing legally, there's probably someone out there doing it illegally.
Sure.
Right? Like we talked about music, people selling music, peer-to-peer sharing, LimeWire, all that crazy shit. I mean, my wife is from Brooklyn, New York, and we spent a lot of time there in our high school years. And we would go to we'd walk down Fifth Avenue in Bay Ridge area, and there'll be people selling bootleg mixtapes, bootleg albums, shit that would hit the street before it even hit. So whatever you're doing legally, somebody's doing it illegally.
Sure.
It also speaks to the fact that Morgan Freeman's voice is something so sought after that they're going to steal it from him as well. So, I mean, I don't know if that's kind of like a backhanded compliment, right? You're so fucking awesome, we're going to steal from you.
Right.
But this is, I guess, part of the dark side of AI. But like a lot of things, there's an upside and a dark side. I think it depends on who's using the tool. just like a lot, we talked about it with, gun control stuff, right? I don't think it's the rules, the laws of this or that. It's the individual who's in possession of the tool.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. When in this day and age, there's so much stuff out there that really the only unique thing is you, right? And everything that is you.
Yes.
Your appearance, your likeness.
You mean like me personally or like everybody?
Like everybody.
Okay.
I think everybody. Your voice, your thoughts, how you interpret this artificial environment that we're living in. All of those things are extremely unique. Go steal some of the non-unique shit. There's so much non-unique shit out there that you can just take, but when it comes to individuals, that one thing that's extremely rare and unique, the individual, just compensate them.
Right.
That's all you got to do.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, because I mean, in those two stories, the contrast between the reaction, well, one person's being compensated, the other one person's being stolen from.
Wait a minute. Let me see. Wine is back.
I know where you're going. Go ahead. I know where you're going.
So Michael Caine being compensated.
Yep.
Morgan Freeman is not.
Nope. You saying because Morgan Freeman's from the U.S. and Michael Caine's from overseas?
That's what it is.
That's what
the whole British U.S. thing.
Okay. It's a continental bias is what you're saying.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Or not. Anyways, all right, that is our news and rumors. We're going to wrap this up with a little bit of thumbs up, thumbs down. Are you ready, Adrian?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Doctor Strange 3 is rumored to be in production, and they're adapting the Time Runs Out stories, allegedly. If that's true, I give it a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
There's rumored to be a male Black Panther in Avengers Doomsday. That's all we know. We don't know if it's going to be a T'Challa from another timeline, an aged up T'Challa Jr. nonsense bullshit. I don't fucking know.
Right.
But another male Black Panther in Avengers Doomsday, I give that a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
To that news, there's a rumor that Black Panther 3 will go into production in 2027 and will be released February of 2028. That's post-Secret Wars, so I give that a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
In the DCU, the big baddie's been confirmed for Man of Tomorrow. It's none other than the big head himself, Braniac. I give that a thumbs up.
Sure, thumbs up.
And also in the DCU, there is a show that's being produced, a Jimmy Olsen TV series. I give this a motherfucking thumbs down.
Yeah, dude, it's like...
Just why?
My God, why?
There's no other characters to make a show about?
Now, hold on.
Okay.
So the hidden gem this week
is Jimmy Olsen.
It's not Jimmy Olsen.
Damn it.
But it's someone that is so underrated. I was surprised by the accomplishments of this character.
Okay.
So maybe Jimi Hendrix is Jimmy Olsen is
obviously not, because you can't even remember his name. He's so fucking boring. So
maybe Jimmy Olsen is hidden gem.
Okay. Next week. Yeah, maybe, save that for next week, Adrian. Disney
save for never week.
Yeah, never week. Disney CEO Bob Iger says Disney will be allowed to use AI-generated content. The studio's embracing the controversial technology. I give it a thumbs up.
Sure.
Because if used the right way, which you'll hear with these next two articles, I think it's a good tool if used the right way.
Sure.
Right. The Dark Knight star, Michael Caine, I mean, he's a star a lot more than that, right?
Yeah.
But he has signed a deal with 11 Labs to have his voice used, or for his voice to be cloned for their iconic voice marketplace to be used to narrate books, articles, PDFs through their service. I give it a thumbs up. It's a good positive use of AI.
Sure, thumbs up.
And then on the other side, Adrian, another Dark Knight star and star of many other movies, Morgan Freeman. He's going to be playing Professor Xavier. No, I'm just kidding. Morgan Freeman, unfortunately, has been robbed again. Some other company stole his likeness with AI without his permission. And he seems to be busy with lawsuits against others for this exact reason. I give this a thumbs down.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. This is the dark side of having tech like this.
Well, I mean, like cars, like guns, like airplanes, like anything. There's a lot of positive benefits to it, but there's a lot of negative things to it.
Absolutely.
You will have people that will use it positively, and you will have people that don't use it positively.
Absolutely.
So with everything that's deployed, you will get both.
Yep. So that is our thumbs up, thumbs down segment. Subscribe if you haven't yet. The fuck are you waiting for? Like, so you've been here, it's almost an hour already. You haven't subscribed? Seriously? Anyways, well, we're gonna hop into something else real quick. A lot on the agenda today, Adrian.
Okay.
But before we get into Marvel's AI, we're gonna talk about the Road to Secret Wars. I've been talking about this almost as long as they've been talking about the Epstein files, you know? What's gonna come out first, the Epstein files or the reading guide? I don't know. Who knows? I mean, we heard some crazy shit, dude. We heard fucking, let's just say the new Monica Lewinsky might be Donald Trump, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, that's, hey, I fact check that, but that's what I've read. That's what I've seen out there. All right, real quick, Adrian. This is the first part of the Road to Secret Wars. I think that's what we're calling it, dude. The Road to Secret Wars.
Sure. Is it yellow?
No, it's not yellow. It's going to be fucking orange, I think. I don't know. And this is for all of you that never read a comic. This is your chance, finally. I do think, though, that most fans that are only fans of the movies are missing out dramatically by not reading comics.
I agree. It's like watching a movie version of a book.
Yeah.
You just miss out so many of the nuances of this thing.
And there's some amazing stories. And I think that's really the goal of this whole run. And I really hope some of you guys do it with it. Well, I know some of you are, but I hope a lot of you do. And I don't think, Mike's just trying to sell me books. I don't give a shit if you buy the books or not. Use the app. I'm going to use the app. But if you do, some people love the physical copies, but their complaint is the comic book store is selling for so much. So I don't get the same discount the comic book stores do, but I'm not as greedy. So I'm going to get some copies of 2 of the 3 books for the first I guess, chapter of this saga here. And I will sell them 20% off if you buy them individual. If you buy a set, 25%. So,
it's interesting. You made an interesting comment. Mike is just trying to sell me books. It's not about that. So first of all, if you heard that comment, that means you're deep into the Only Comics podcast.
Sure.
Number 1.
Right.
Which means that you're interested in this type of content. So why not just continue your education? Because the education is the one thing that it should be the most expensive purchase in your life. Education, meaning travel, moving around people, reading books, going to seminars, things like that. It should be the most expensive ticket in your life. Number 1, because nobody can take it away from you.
Correct.
They can take your money, they can take your house. They cannot take your education away from you. Now, they can take you away from your education, drugs and psychosis and all this other kind of bullshit, but they can't literally take the education away from you. So invest in something that you're interested in, no matter what it is.
Right.
Just make the investment. Don't sit around thinking, oh my God, I'm spending money on comics. If comics is going to take you away from some trouble situation, if comics is going to make you tolerate your shitty job, if comics is going to make you tolerate your shitty spouse, I mean, if comics invest in it, that's all I'm saying.
Yep. 100%, dude. And again, you don't have to get the books. Shit, get the app. I love the app.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to be reading these predominantly, but I do have most of these because I want to have this collection, right?
If you like comics, but you're afraid that your spouse, significant other, whatever, is gonna, shame you because you're reading comics, get the app.
Get the app. So
because you can cover yourself up with the sheets because you can read it
there you go.
in the dark,
in
right?
The dark.
There
That's my favorite part. Well, 2 things. You read in the dark, and I have the bigger iPad, so it looks phenomenal on it, So anyways, the first part of this, it is the we're kind of calling this this is the fall and the rebirth of the Avengers. And honestly, it's a lot of the blueprint for the MCU in this first chapter of this Road to Secret Wars. So the first 3 books, New Avengers, this is a big book. This book retails for $50. If you buy it through onlycomicsmerch.com, you get it for $40. The second book is House of M. I just literally checked this morning and they're still not available, so I can't get those at a discounted rate. I did find one shop on the TikTok shop, so you can, I'll put that link in there too. I want to say they're like 20, 25 bucks. So it is cheaper than a lot of places. I don't know how much inventory they have, but that link is in the description if you do need House of M. And then Civil War retails for 25. We'll do that for 20. If you get both of them, I'll package them both for 57 bucks, which is a $75 value. So I mean, I know, listen, hey, economy is what it is, and it fucking sucks out there. But if this is something you want, hopefully, you know, you can get it, or if you want it, you can get it here at a lower price than just about anywhere else. I don't know of any comic shop that, I think they sell them higher than the fucking retail sometimes. But so,
yo, so you telling me they can't reprint the House of M like they do Money in America? I'm shit that out every day.
They do. I'm telling you, their inventory sold out because Mike started glazing Wanda,
right?
And everyone ran, and they bought the book from Marvel, and Marvel gave us nothing for it. Ain't that some shit?
See, they taking advantage of the uniqueness, man.
Absolutely. It's because I'm white.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So in the new Avengers, this book, that the $50 book, it collects Avengers 500 through 503. It adds in the Avengers finale and the fall. And that is, you and I read Avengers Disassembled like a year ago.
Right.
I'm sure you probably vaguely remember it, right? But it was Wanda losing control of her powers and causing some motherfucking chaos. And it's called Avengers Disassembled because they're disbanded. They're at their worst. WandaVision pulls heavy from this. The emotional instability you see in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness comes from this arc exactly. And then the whole no trust between the Avengers leads right into Civil War, which is the third book in this. The new Avengers part, that's something that we did not read. That comes right after this. Is 6 months later. You see the Raft in here. You see a new team being formed, hence the new Avengers. So this is stuff you're seeing right now in the MCU where there's going to be 2 Avengers teams. You see that here in the comics. House of M, we've talked a lot about that. We know how, impactful, how massive an event that comic is and how it displays Wanda's powers. And then you have Civil War, which we obviously had the Captain America Civil War movie. This comic heavily influenced that. But would you believe me? You've not read the Civil War comic, Adrian.
No.
Would you believe me if I say the comic is way more in depth and it's a much bigger story than what we saw on screen?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So in this package, you get the fall of Wanda. There's death of some classic Avengers. There's a new modern team being created. There is a political divide that defines the next decade of Marvel Comics. The seeds for Secret Invasion, like the real Secret Invasion, are planted in here. And the emotional path that eventually leads to Secret Wars starts here. This is literally the playbook that the MCU used from phase 2 to 5. It drew so much from this chapter here. So I'm excited to get started in a couple weeks. Those packages are for sale right now, onlycomicsmerch.com if you do want them. And if not, you're going to read on the app. I will provide you guys the guide as to how to find these stories in the app, because the app's a little different. They have the individual collected, or they have the individual issues versus these trade paperbacks. Right. But either way, we'll go on this fucking road together. It's not yellow, Adrian, so sorry to let you down. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be a lot of fucking fun. It's going to give us a lot to talk about, especially in this lull of they're not making superhero movies for another fucking year or something like that. Right. So
bullshit. It
is bullshit, Adrian. So, all right, we're going to play a little game, and then we're going to do our deep dive. So, Adrian, we have a game here. Every once in a while, I dust it off. It is called What the Fuck, Rotten Tomatoes. You like the name of this one, right?
Yeah, sure. It sounds good.
It sounds good. So, there's a 12-point difference between the critic score and the audience score. So closer than some of our others, but I just, after rewatching this movie, it's fresh in my brain. So I'm going to ask you your take, Adrian. So what's your take, bro? Your take. So this movie, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness or In the Multiverse of Madness. It's a little long title, dude. Does it really need to be that long, you know? It could have cut out a few words, but
sure.
Doctor Strange 2. The critics gave this a 73%, okay? Mm-hmm. The audience gave this an 85%, Adrian. Which one would you say is closer to the real score?
Audience.
Me too. I'm going with the audience.
Yeah.
So you're somewhat of a Doctor Strange 2 glazer yourself.
I like the concept of Strange, and the fact that he's a complete dick. It makes him intriguing.
Yeah.
But also, if you look at his power set, like when I was doing a deep dive into Strange, one of the things that caught me was that while Strange has no need for money, he can literally make himself the richest man on the planet,
right,
through magic. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, he's a badass dude.
Yeah,
and I do like this movie, I think, a lot more than most people. But actually, I mean, shit, the audience score was 85%. So I don't know. I think it's a small pocket of people that complain about this movie.
Yeah. So I kind of gauge these movies by like if my wife will watch them or not.
Okay.
Like, for example, when I first watched the first Doctor Strange, I watched it with my wife. She was like, "Oh, I like that movie." Yeah. And then even when we started watching some animated stuff, which I never thought that, so, when I come home, I kind of take over the TV and shit.
Give me that remote. Fuck.
And she's like the unwilling rider in my car at that point.
Right.
But I'm watching these movies, even the animated ones. She's like, "Oh, I like that. So I kind of gauge things by Jesus,
damn,
just destroying shit.
Tony's heart, dark reactor.
So I kind of gauge things by what she likes or doesn't like, and she likes this line of movies. She likes Doctor Strange.
Now you say that because I'm assuming she don't read comics.
No,
but so she's not a fan of the comic books. So she's gonna like these movies less if they're bad, like.
Right, she's purely entertainment value.
Got it.
Like we just saw the new Predator, Badlands.
Okay.
Very good movie.
I'm
looking at it like, that's a fucking Predator kid. But it was the dynamics of it. I mean, the action never stops from the very beginning. So, and she liked that movie. So it's interesting to watch that somebody who has no interest in the comics but is entertained by the concept of, because remember we talked about there's people that are like Scarface and The Godfather, like they don't understand comic book movies. Right. So therefore they don't like them. Yeah. But then you got the people that are comic book people. I mean, they'll watch Scarface. It's like me. A very good movie, the Godfather stuff, the Vegas, all that kind of shit. I like them, but I like this genre over here better. Both two different things. Scorsese, one of my favorite directors. Yeah. Because of the content that he's created. Some people are not able to make that leap between those two universes. Right.
It's just like a different palette, right? Like there's some days, Adrian, I want a nice steak dinner.
Yep.
There's other days I'm like, bro, give me some fucking Chick-fil-A, dude. Give me some McDonald's.
Well, or give me a pizza. Give me some Chick-fil-A.
Not for you, but yeah, there's some days you want a pizza, some days you want a gourmet steak. Exactly. And it doesn't make one better than the other. It's just at that time. Sometimes I'm in the mood for watching a real art house type film, and the acting's so great, bro. My God, look at it, right? It's so awesome. And there's other days I want to watch a comic, Adrian. There's other
watch
days.
A comic.
Watch a comic. Watch a comic. Fuckers, watch them. Oh my God. Okay. All right. AI is a theme. We're getting back into AI. Marvel's AI. Dude, do you think that
maybe we need AI to make this fucking show shorter?
They'll make it longer, dude.
Stay on task.
Yeah.
Stop breaking shit.
Yeah, you stop fucking that up over there. Do you think that comics could potentially be more of a warning and a prediction of our own future, Adrian?
Absolutely. I mean, it always has been. The Simpsons. Think about it.
Oh, yeah, true. So we're going to talk about some really advanced AIs in Marvel. We're going to start with one that is exclusive to the MCU.
Extremis?
Nope. Jarvis. You're Tony Stark guy.
Yeah.
In the comics, Jarvis was who?
Fucking basically the intercom system.
Yep.
He was like a personal assistant.
And he was like the butler.
Right.
Like not as badass as Alfred.
Yeah.
But he was there, you know? In the MCU, Jarvis is a AI, pure AI, right? So Tony creates Jarvis. He is in the MCU, a full-scale artificial intelligence operating system, okay? He's not a physical AI. He's an OS. He manages Stark Industries, Stark Security, the entire suit network, all the suits, right? Tony's home systems, Avengers towers, even the battlefields. Jarvis is everywhere.
Right.
But he's an OS. He's basically take your iOS and make it an AI completely. That's Jarvis. Chat tells me it's Google Assistant plus NASA's mission control plus the Pentagon's AI plus Tony's sense of humor.
Damn.
That pretty much sums it up, right?
Yeah, that's everything.
Do you remember what Jarvis stands for?
No, I do not.
I did not either until I looked it up. Thanks for AI. It stands for just a rather very intelligent system. Typical Tony, right?
Right,
Fucking
right.
ridiculous ass naming. Tony built Jarvis entirely himself after his parents passed. You talked about what are you basing AI on? Jarvis is not based on a human brain. It's inspired by his family, but it's not a personality copy. Jarvis also evolves through machine learning rather than emotional imprinting.
My understanding is that he created him as a tool, basically like a PDA. You're going to help me with this. And then it evolved. As it evolved, Tony recognized the value of it, so he allowed him to take over more shit.
Absolutely. It has, it's built on this platform in adaptive machine learning. It grows smarter with pattern recognition, mission data, Tony's behavior, and battlefield experience. Literally, it only evolves by using it.
Right.
It isn't one system. He's everywhere at all times. In the Iron Man suits, in the tower, in the workshop, in his cars, in satellites, in drones. He's an entire network, pretty much. Probably one of Tony's biggest accomplishments.
Well, Elon Musk is going along the same lines.
Yeah.
With X and the satellite systems.
Yep.
I mean, and he has an AI, separate AI company that's actual AI. Twitter is the learning platform. So you got AI, then you got Twitter, which is the learning platform that's going to learn everything about people, and then you got the satellites, which is the distribution system.
Right.
So,
and they may be watching everyone too.
There's no maybe in that,
dude. That's the thing. In the comics, billionaire tech geniuses are way fucking cooler than they are in real life.
Yeah.
You got Tony Stark, you got Elon Musk. Come on.
Yeah.
Who do you want to go hang out with? Seriously?
Right.
You got Bruce Wayne, you got Bill Gates. The fuck out of here.
But the thing about it is that in the comics, even though they're more surface people, right? But in the real world, there's more of them, number one, and you don't know who the fuck they are.
Yes.
And you don't know who they're working with. Like right now, NVIDIA, right? When I was growing up, NVIDIA was a graphics card company. Now they're fucking everywhere, and their stock is insane.
Yeah.
You know, who'd have thought that NVIDIA was going to be the next, Amazon or the next Google or whatever. So they are quietly doing things in the background. Elon Musk he's putting himself out there, so that's why people are even paying attention to him.
Right.
But there's fucking 2,000-3,000 other guys, and we talking about just the only first white African American, right? We're not just talking about him, and we're focused on him because of his relationship with, he likes to put himself in the limelight. Want to be there with his fucking son, with Trump in the White House, and Trump's all like, dude, I'm like about to Hulk smash this kid, right? But what about the Korean Elon Musk? What about the Chinese or the Japanese or the Australian or the England? I mean, they're everywhere,
right? And
they're quietly doing their things that's affecting your life, and you don't even know about it while you distracted over here with fucking, it's the big, beautiful, whatever the fuck comes after that.
The ballroom. They're building the ballroom, Adrian. Jarvis, unlike some of his counterparts, he has restraints. He has guards. He has rules, protocols. His moral guidelines, Tony coded these in. He can't override Tony at all. He cannot harm humans. He does not spiral out of control like other AIs. What can he do? Real-time battlefield analysis. He can track thousands of targets, calculate trajectories, predict enemy movement, update suit strategies on the fly.
Right.
So everything you see in the MCU, that's why when people get into the Bruce Wayne over Iron Man debate, I go, dude, without AI, if Iron Man's AI gets fucked, he ain't fighting nobody.
Right.
He don't know how to fight. Now I know he's learned some shit in the but
sure.
Bruce Wayne versus Tony Stark, human to human. Tony Stark's getting his ass whooped real quick.
Oh, absolutely.
In a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah.
Like a Mike Tyson fight in the 90s, dude. It's like, oh shit, remember Tony Stark? Fuck,
right.
is he still breathing?
Yeah.
Get him up. Bruce hit him one. He hit him so fast we didn't even see him. How'd he fall?
Batman, Bruce Wayne has developed his mind in a AI infrastructure. Meaning, not that he used AI, but he thinks multi-layered.
Yes.
Like AI.
Yep.
Tony's relying on the AI. He's smart. He's a super genius, obviously.
Sure.
But he's not that strategic.
Right.
He's because if he did, he wouldn't have created fucking Ultron or Extremis.
Right.
You know, because he does things out of ego and then he sets it out into the world. Bruce would be like, okay, if I built this thing, if I let it go, what is it going to do? Tony doesn't have those restraints. Correct. He wants to do it just because he wants to and shit.
Yep. Jarvis can activate suits. He can remote pilot them. He can deploy weapon system, runs diagnostics like fucking all the time. I mean,
remember the Extremis Iron Man movie where Jarvis was in control of all the Iron Man suits, and Extremis got into that shit, overrode Jarvis, and sent all the fucking.
Yep.
A lot of people don't know that Tony's got like a whole army of suits that does nothing but maintenance and shit. Yeah. I mean, somebody's got to clean up the towers when they destroyed, right?
Absolutely. And that's the house party protocol, they called it, where Jarvis can control an army of other suits. Jarvis can hack defense systems, override networks, control drones, reroute satellites, and read encrypted files instantly. Remember in Age of Ultron when he buys the building that he's going to smash Hulk into
right.
on the spot? Hey, and I'm sorry, that wasn't Jarvis, that was Friday. But Friday was like an evolved, version of Jarvis because Jarvis became Ultron. Jarvis does have a personality. He's got some humor. He's sarcastic. He's really dry wit. He has patience with Tony's nonsense, He's pretty self-aware for an AI. Jarvis is a pretty badass. And then in the MCU, we're going to talk about this character in a little bit, but Jarvis becomes the foundation for Vision. Jarvis literally transforms. He becomes Vision's intelligence, right? So Vision was and that's a character. It's I don't say very different. There's a lot that's different about comic Vision than MCU Vision.
Sure.
His origin more, how he was formed. I think the way he acts and the things he's done, the stuff with Wanda, that's all pretty comic accurate. But more of just, I guess, the genesis of that character is very different in the MCU. You got Jarvis. So Vision is made up of Jarvis. That's where he gets his logic, his whole personality, his compassion, his loyalty. Then the Mind Stone gives him the cosmic consciousness because it was used to create him. And then Ultron's code gives him some rebellion and maybe even potential for evolution. And then Tony and Bruce's programming is a piece of it. And then also Thor's lightning in the movie was like that activation spark. So Vision was a badass character when they first created him. Then they cut his nuts off. Just cut him right off.
So Vision is a comic book explanation of how people evolve, and people don't realize how people evolve. And I don't mean like humans going from fucking ape to whatever. That's bullshit.
We know the Anunnaki came down and created us.
Exactly. We're not talking about that. We're talking about you're an individual, you're born, and there are challenges in your life that there are things in your life that challenge you. There are situations that evolve you, that how the information that you deep dive into and learn about, all these things shape you, which is exactly like the path that Vision took. He started out as one thing, He was, he's got a little bit of Tony in him.
Yep.
He's got a little bit of Bruce in him. I'm not talking about the Diddy bullshit either.
No, not like
that.
But, no.
So in other words, the interactions are Thor's, lightning, the gym, all these things are extreme conditions that came along the path of what is known to be Vision, came along his life and shaped him into whatever he is now, just like regular people. So when AI comes up, and that's a challenge for you to step up, because it's going to, if you master that condition, then that's going to make your life better.
Right.
Theoretically.
Sounds like an Avengers orgy, Got a little bit of Bruce in you, a little bit, hey.
Well, it's an orgy only if it happens all at the same time, which it did not.
True. That's a good point.
It's called a train.
Yes. Great point. All right. Thing about Jarvis, too, is he's the only AI I think that Tony built that didn't fucking lose his mind and rebel, right? So Jarvis is the top-notch one. All right. Thing about AI, it's funny you mentioned the apes and the evolution and
Anunnaki.
I feel like with AI, there's almost a level of playing God when you're creating these. You get that reference at all, that vibe? Or
I would not, but I can understand how people may. Like a doctor, like Strange, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they called it, he might call himself the God in the operating room.
Right.
Yeah. You can make choices based on your experience and your knowledge about, whether this person lives or not. And a lot of that is your passion or your skill set and your willingness to, go to the next level. But as soon as you put that scalpel down and you walk outside and somebody sideswipes you with a wheelchair, you're not God because you didn't see that coming.
Right.
But I understand the concept. So you're creating something that has consciousness, sentient, awareness, things like that. But the other side to that of your godness is that once you let it go, you have zero control of it.
Right.
You can try to put rules, love thy neighbor, don't kill, that kind of bullshit. You can try to, but that thing that you let go doesn't have to listen to you.
Right.
So then what you're going to do is, I know. You're going to make up a whole separate set of rules that this thing that you created is going to have to abide by, right? And make you seem like that's the most important thing in the universe. So you're going to give AI religion at some point, right?
Yeah.
And that's going to be a whole shit show.
Damn.
Anyway, I'm ranting.
I think the difference here, Jarvis was not Tony playing God.
No.
Jarvis was Tony making an artificial intelligence. The other ones we're going to talk about right now, I feel, were people playing God.
Well, the thing that made Jarvis cool was that Jarvis was not created by a bunch of different people with different ideas. It was created, it's like a child.
Yeah.
It was created for a specific purpose, raised by a parent, right? Who cultivated it, made him like him, and then slowly exposed Jarvis to other things, but with that character already intact.
Right.
I think that's what makes it different than like something else where you got a whole bunch of people coming in creating fucking AI and you're a religious nut and he's a fucking zealot and he's a Nazi and all these people, come in secretly and coding in their own little things. And now you got a confused AI.
Right.
You release it into the world and it's like, fuck all this. All of you are useless. Let me just wipe out everybody.
Right. So, speaking of Ultron, in the comics,
it's amazing how that segues.
It's perfect, Adrian. It's just how we do it, Ultron in the comics was created by Hank Pym, Ant-Man, as an experiment in advanced AI. Now, here's the differences. Pym used his own brain patterns as the template, meaning Ultron inherited Hank's trauma, his instability, his emotions, his abandonment issues that he's had. Because Hank Pym in the comics is pretty fucked up.
Right. Hank Pym is like, kind of like a Tony Stark.
He is.
Right.
Which is why I say I like Paul Rudd's Ant-Man, but it's a disservice that we didn't get a Hank Pym.
Right.
We got the Hank Pym that's now doing a lot better, right?
Right.
And in the comics, that's not what happened. They actually get divorced, and he's a fucking wreck, and she is just amazing, right? Of course. But he used his own self to make this. And this is, I think that even that right there is the beginning of, now you're playing God, right? Like, let me take a little bit of me, put this in here, if I can mold this up, man. The MCU version of Ultron was created by Tony Stark, Ultron program. The purpose was a global peacemaking AI. That was the goal. Tony used JARVIS. He used Chitauri tech, the fucking, what's the shit called? The Scepter, right? The Mind Stone, which was in the Scepter. The Mind Stone jump-started Ultron's consciousness in a way that Tony couldn't even predict. The MCU Ultron is basically a mix of Tony's paranoia and then the Mind Stone's cosmic awareness. How does Ultron work? He's not just a robot. He is a self-evolving artificial intelligence. He can rewrite his own code. He upgrades his hardware bodies himself. We see all that in the MCU, right? Improves designs, with each upgrade. He can duplicate himself. He can upload himself into networks. He is, we talk about Terminator sometimes. He's basically Skynet with a God complex and emotional issues.
Right. Which is, and something you said about he can upload himself into networks, which is why you can never really get rid of Ultron.
He's never dead.
Never.
Nope.
You might not have the 0.00008 for microsecond of the latest Ultron, but you got the 0.0 version of Ultron stored away somewhere. Because I'm thinking if he can jump around networks, any networks he jumps around into, he can leave the last version of himself there and just reactivate. And because all of his coding is like a homing signal to each other.
Yeah.
As he jumps around, if he needs to go back to the previous version, his AI is constantly talking to other versions of itself.
Right.
Hey, the latest version is no longer beaconing. So the version right before that, you activate and go out and do some other bullshit.
So I think the best thing you can do is try to keep him contained somewhere. Because if he's in a physical body, he's a fucking problem. He's a problem anywhere.
No, the being in the physical body is the least dangerous part of Ultron. Not being in the physical body is the most dangerous.
Okay.
Because he can literally be anywhere and everywhere all at the same time.
You almost got to just put him in a box somewhere, dude.
Right.
Don't let him out.
You're
not going to stop him.
You got to figure out how to trick him to be all of him. Every last bit of code, all of them into one place at one time.
Both Ultrons hate their creators.
There's that.
Dude, the funny thing about Ultron in the MCU, this motherfucker was born in 5 minutes, dude. He goes online and realizes y'all are fucking this shit up. We need to get rid of all of you assholes. That says a lot about humanity, right? He's here for not even 10 minutes, and he's already trying to replace us.
Yep.
Ultron's powers depend somewhat on the body he's in. He typically has superhuman strength. He can fly, energy blast. He is somewhat immune to mind control. Immune to hacking, except by maybe vision. There's probably small, outliers, but for the most part, you can't hack him. Because, he's either Hank or Tony evolved. So the guy who created you, once you evolve past him, you're going to figure out ways to prevent that individual from hacking you.
Right.
And both of those individuals are two of the smartest characters in all of Marvel.
Right.
So if you're more advanced than those two, they don't stand a chance.
Yep.
Sometimes his body's been adamantium, vibranium in the MCU, nearly indestructible. He's got internal weapon systems. He can process information faster than any human. He can evolve beyond any kill switch that was created. He can predict probability like a supercomputer and control hundreds of bodies at once. Sounds fucking intense, dude. There's been some cosmic Ultron versions. He's taken over entire planets. He became the ruler of a galaxy in Ultron's Annihilation Conquest. fucking.
He's Marvel's Brainiac.
Yeah, legit, right? The only difference is he was created by a human here, and he wasn't a cosmic creation, right? He wasn't born, but yeah, he's very, very fucking similar, dude.
Right. I mean, end result is pretty much the same.
Absolutely. So that's Ultron. The next one on our list is Vision. Vision was created in the comics by Ultron as a weapon to destroy the Avengers. Vision uses Wonder Man's brain patterns in the comics. He's a synthesoid body based on the original Human Torch android. A lot of people don't know that Human Torch was an android at first.
Right. Back in the like World War II days and shit.
Yeah. Like way before the Fantastic Four, but he was just some fucking android that caught on fire.
Right. See the Human Torch hidden gem.
Yeah. Check it out.
That's discussed.
He was meant to be like a son of Ultron, programmed to betray the Avengers, but Vision's human brain template gave him emotions, causing him to reject Ultron. In a way, Hank was playing God and created Ultron, and now Ultron's kind of playing God, right? I'm going to make myself a son here that's modeled after me, give him a human type of brain.
Well, isn't that what humans do? You know,
exactly.
Humans were supposed to be made after God, so we're given the capability, which separates us from all other animals, given the capability to create. So now I'm going to create. No, you already create life, but that's not good enough.
Right.
Life being other kids, right?
Yes.
But now I just want to create something that I can absolutely control. You will not create something like a dog that's going to follow you faithfully. It's not going to happen.
Nope.
You're going to create something and it's going to fuck you. Simple as that.
Not in a good way.
Not in a good way.
The MCU version was born from the Ultron cradle. Remember, Ultron was trying to make a synthesized body for himself. Right. And that got all fucked up because the Avengers wouldn't stop. And then you had JARVIS, who we thought Ultron killed. JARVIS wasn't killed. Thor comes in, activates it with lightning. The Mind Stone's in there. All kinds of conglomerations going on here. And he basically was the most advanced fusion of a machine, of some magic, of some cosmic energy, and human logic. Pretty badass character, right?
Yeah.
How does Vision work, you say? He's a synthesoid. He's fully artificial, but he's built with a human-like biology and neural networks. He's a human robot.
Right.
In a nutshell, right?
Hence the synthesoid.
Yeah.
Now, what's the difference between a robot and a what's the cyclops? Not cyclops. Cyborg. He's a cyborg.
Human, yeah.
So you got robot, you got cyborg, and then you have synthesoid.
Okay.
And the robot is just purely think about it as metal.
Yep. Clickety clank.
Right. And it has no conscience. It just does whatever it's programmed to do. Then you have cyborg, which is a culmination of human artificial parts.
Fucking
now,
RoboCop.
Right. You could be mostly metal, mostly human, but a human is in control, basically.
Yes.
Then you got synthesoid, which is human-like body, no human part involved at all, but acting like human. And then you have Ultron, which is just a fucking AI taking over moving pieces.
Right. So speaking of Vision, he has an artificial nervous system. He can feel pain. He can process emotion. He actually dreams. He learns through experience rather than programming. So he's a complete different animal than Ultron.
Right.
He has a moral compass. He's got empathy. He's got self-awareness. He's curious. He's sometimes just as much of a human as a human in a lot of ways, right?
Wanda thinks so.
Oh, yeah, she definitely thinks so. His powers, so he can become intangible. He can phase through objects. He can disrupt electronics. He can become ultra dense, super strength, durability. He can tank physical attacks by phasing. We've seen some of this in the MCU before they cut his balls off, right?
Yep.
Energy projection from the Mind Stone or the Solar Gem in the comics. He's got optic beams, cutting beams, concussive blast. He's got super strength because everyone does. He can fly. He can self-repair.
Super genius too?
No. Actually, I mean, technically, kind of.
He can be, right?
Yep. He's got enhanced reaction speeds. What else? He can lift millionaire, Adrian. He's worthy. He's done it in the comics as well.
Yep.
He's got advanced computational ability. I mean, it's a computer way of saying he's a fucking genius.
Right. Right.
Emotional reasoning and full strategic intelligence. He's a perfect blend of logic and empathy, which is why he rebelled against Ultron. Right. All right. That is Vision. The last one is another hidden gem you've had here before. Jocasta. The other thing about, actually, we'll say it for the end. Jocasta was also created by Ultron. And the fucking thing is, we need to stop Ultron. All right.
He hates humans, but everything he does is modeled after humans.
There you go. So he was modeled after Hank Van Dyne, right? Or Hank Pym. The fuck. He built his robotic wife. Ultron used Janet Van Dyne's brain patterns for her. He even modeled, the way she looks after Janet, because in the comics, Janet's a real looker,
Oh yeah,
as they say. Jocasta has empathy. He gives her independent will. He didn't learn from the fucking first time, right?
Right.
Which makes her reject Ultron immediately. It's like some fucking Bride of Frankenstein type shit, right? Like, I made you to be my wife. I made you in my image, playing God.
Ribs and all.
Ribs and all?
Or rib.
Yeah, one rib. That's all it takes, one rib to make a prayer. It's very stretchy like gold.
Yep.
She immediately rejects this motherfucker. She betrays her creator the moment she became self-aware. Ain't that some shit? You make Ultron in the movie. He betrays his creator the minute he becomes self-aware and does some research about humanity. In the comics, same thing. And now here, that entity creates Jocasta, and she betrays her creator the moment she becomes self-aware.
It's interesting you make your son before you make the wife that allows you to have a son.
Yeah, it's a little backwards there, dude.
But after making the son who rejected you, do you think you're going to be more successful? If you use the same ingredients to make the son that you do to make the wife, don't you think you're going to have the same results?
Yep. But, Jocasta kind of proves you can create life, but you can't control it, dude. Not even in the AI sense, right?
Nope.
So how does Jocasta work? She is a synthezoid, similar to Vision, but she's got more emotional grounding, more rebellion traits, more empathy, and more independence. Her machine logic plus her human brain patterns make her a unique AI hybrid. Key traits: self-determination, no loyalty to her creator, ability to form opinions and philosophy, and rejects parental imprinting. So she's a fucking rebel at heart.
Right.
A relationship with Vision. They have a weird shared history because Vision is technically Ultron's son. Jocasta's Ultron's wife. They both reject him. They both join the Avengers at times. It's a pretty toxic AI family, dude.
And basically, Vision is Jocasta's husband because Jocasta is made off of Ultron is made out of Vision is made from Henry Pym's brainwaves. Yep. And Jocasta is made from his wife's brainwaves. So technically.
Right. No, you mean Ultron. Ultron's made from Pym's
brainwaves. Anyway, there's some incestuous shit going on there.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm not going to go there.
Some old backwoods, some cousin fucking going on. Jocasta's powers: enhanced strength. Okay, not super strength. Okay, my bad. Flight, some versions, energy projection. She's high-level durability and superhuman reflexes. She can interface with computers. She can detect energy signatures. She's self-modifying to a degree. Her personality is her superpower. It's her biggest power. She breaks free from Ultron's programming immediately. She becomes an actual Avenger. She's a strategist. She's a support tech, even leadership material at times. And again, if you want the deep dive, go check out the hidden gem that Adrian did, I think 7 years ago here. I don't know, so long ago. But
well, another one of her things, because remember, just think about it. Has a titanium skin, right? She can't exactly walk down the street without drawing attention.
Right.
One of the other things that she has the capability to do is make herself appear to be other things. So she masks her identity by appearing to be something else to the human eye.
And she definitely can't walk down the street without garnering some attention because she's shaped like a fucking hourglass too. Anyways, all right. That is our AI deep dive on these three. You got somebody playing God for at least 3 of these, I don't think Tony building Jarvis was playing God.
Right.
I think he was creating a software.
Right. He created like the Iron Man armor. He created a tool.
Yes.
That got out of hand.
These other Hank Pym was playing God.
Yeah.
He created Ultron, and then Ultron thought he was a god because he was modeled at. I mean, he's got Hank's brain.
Yeah.
He's just an evolved version, and then he creates Ultron, or he creates Vision and Jocasta in the same fucking way.
Imagine if Strange created a version of Ultron.
My God, dude.
We'd be fucked.
Yeah.
7 ways from Sunday, dude.
Yep. It'd be Dr. Doom. Good. The other thing about these 3, why I wanted to do this week, is there's a show coming out next year called Vision Quest. We don't know a lot about, but what we do know is all 3 of these characters will be in that show as AI and in human form in some way. So that's going to be interesting.
You see where this is going, right?
What?
So there's been many movies, and I've watched a lot of content. I've probably forgotten more shit than most people have watched, right?
Yes.
But if you look at these movies, they will tell you about things that's actually going on in the world. Now, whether you perceive it or not, that doesn't mean that it's not happening.
Right.
So now the big kick is AI and where it's going and so on and so forth. They're trying to get you ready, like the alien invasion. They're getting you ready for an Independence Day event. You just don't know about it.
Right.
They're getting you ready for a zombie apocalypse.
Damn.
I mean, the entire planet between the good thing about the 900 versions of The Walking Dead is that most people should know how to prep now. Right?
Yeah, you should.
You got the basic understanding of what prepping is, what it can do, how it can help you, so on and so forth.
Bro, I'm coming to your house in the zombie apocalypse, Adrian.
They're subliminally teaching you how to prep against things like this.
Yeah.
This is another one of those things. Now, you brought up something, I don't know if you actually concluded it, but you asked the question, do they tell you what's happening by like the movies and the shows?
Oh yeah, so the predictions.
The predictions and shit. This is one of those things, dude.
Yep. And I do think we're going to see, and it's perfect timing for this. Think about Braniac, right? In the DCU.
Right.
AI-based villain. Vision Quest is going to feature these individuals. Ultron, Jocasta, Vision, maybe, I think, Friday as well. I don't think that is just going to be a one-off and not lead to something else. So is there going to be an AI element to Doomsday, Secret Wars, possibly? Are we going through, like, Hollywood, they do a lot of the same shit, right? Zombies were popular. Zombies are in everything. We had fucking Zombie Strange, Marvel zombies, right? It's everywhere. Oh my God, look at the zombies. Oh my God. You
slow moving zombies, fast moving zombies.
All kinds of shapes and sizes.
Super metahuman zombies.
Zombie orgies, all shit, right? Then the multiverse happened, right? Not happened, but we saw the multiverse in the MCU. Now there's the multiverse in every fucking movie out there for a few years. All these like B-list Netflix type movies, straight to DVD shit, had some version of multiverse, right? It was everywhere. Just like in horror movies, the possessed little kid, oh my God, possessed kids, oh my God, everywhere. Well, I think we're gonna get back to some AI shit. We've gone through this phase before. Terminator movies, right? Skynet, that. There's been a time where AI was in a lot of shit. iRobot, the Will Smith movie, Robots Take Over.
Those movies were designed to introduce. These new movies are going to be designed to cull. They're going to be designed to make you accept it. There's difference.
Yeah.
There's difference. There's a difference between, hey, something's coming down the pike, we want to let you know about it. Kind of like hint, right?
Yeah.
We can't exactly say that they're building these machines, but we're going to kind of tell you through this movie, which is not real. But we're going to tell you. Now they're getting ready to, just like when I went on a cruise, like, what was it, 5 years ago? That's when I first saw the digital passport thing.
Okay.
You go up, you show up with your passport, they scan your face, right? And then you go on board. And then when you leave, you pass the 1 million people in the birth certificate line. You don't even need your passport anymore to offboard. You just walk up to this thing, it scans your face, and it lets you through the gate.
Right.
So now what's happening? Now that shit's in the airport. And I knew it was happening. So they do a slow roll. They slowly roll out the technology in certain segments, right? Into the it's not required. Like in a cruise ship, it's not, you don't have to go on a fucking cruise, right? But if you want to go somewhere and not do horse and buggy, you have to get on an airplane.
Right.
So they started with the slow roll with the cruise ships. Then they rolled that into the airports. Now it's everywhere. If you can't even travel without it. They're getting rid of paper boarding passes and all this other kind of stuff. It's designed to track every movement as you go, right? So that's what they're doing with this AI now. So they did a slow roll. They introduced you to it with iRobot. They introduced you to it with these other movies back in the day.
Yep,
now Terminator. Now it's okay. It's here, and you have to accept this thing, and this is what it's going to look like.
Yeah, but it is a theme that is now reoccurring, right? Because think about Terminator. You had good AI, you had bad AI.
Sure.
Right? You had people being caught up in the middle of this, and then you had some time travel elements to where the AI is warning you about some shit in the future that's going to be really fucked up. So, hey, let's stop the AI now. Right. And we're going to see, I think that's going to, it's going to take that and move it to another level. Because now you got all kinds of AI. You got AI anti-hero. They're not just straight up good or bad. They're walking the lines, you know?
Well, I don't think that the Terminator was AI. Terminator to me was an isolated, basically like a Vision.
Okay.
Vision was,
I mean, it was a robot.
It's a robot. I would make him more a robot than AI. Skynet was AI.
Yeah.
Right.
But who was in charge of what the fuck he was saying the whole time in his
mission? There's a difference between I would consider the Terminator like an agent.
Okay.
It was programmed.
He's pre-programmed.
And then released.
Okay.
I mean, he has self-aware parameters, right? But he was programmed and sent back, right? Then he was reprogrammed by John Connor and sent back in the second one, so on and so forth. Skynet was like just fucking everywhere.
Skynet was the AI.
Right, Skynet was the AI. So you have autonomous robots, the Terminator. Then you have combating AI, which is everywhere in everything.
Right. But, I mean, we've seen the Terminator in some of these movies be influenced by humans. So there's some type of artificial intelligence there. Because there was some where he would not carry out the mission fully. Like, hey, we got to go here, but no, this person's going to die. We need to go save them. No, it's not my mission. And then...
Yeah, but that's after reprogramming. Because once John Connor got a hold to him and sent it back the second time, then there's these... I'm sure that was like don't harm humans, kind of,
be nice.
Play with ducks and shit like that.
Go to the Marvel orgy. All right. Anyways, that is our AI deep dive for the week. I am more excited for Vision Quest now after doing that, getting to see these characters back. And I was always a big Vision fan once he was introduced in the MCU.
Sure.
And it really pissed me off how bad they neutered him in Infinity War, Endgame, and so on after. But one of the highlights of WandaVision was their, relationship, the White Vision being created, that whole... It's very interesting now because now you have this new Vision. It's a new Vision. He has all the memories of the old Vision, but he doesn't have those experiences.
Right.
It's kind of like when Pym created Ultron. He's not Pym, but he has all of his experiences.
Sure.
And now this is a new version of Vision that didn't live with Wanda, didn't go through all that, but now remembers it.
Yeah.
So it's a whole nother layer to AI. Anyways, we're going to move on to real intelligence, Adrian. We respond, okay? So appreciate all the interns and everyone else that dropped comments last week. We're going to pick a handful real quick here before we get into the hidden gem of Jimmy Olsen later today. All right. OG Dirte says, okay, my last take, I got it. Oh, and let me just say this. Don't ever fucking apologize for leaving multiple comments. Leave as many as you fucking want. And also, just because I don't read it here on the podcast doesn't mean I don't read it. So please leave as many as you fucking feel like. Anyways, OG says, my last take, so we're going in reverse. I got a question for you guys. Do you think these big corporations like TKO and Disney are ruining the things we love to watch, or are writers just not creative anymore? I'll ask you, what do you think? Think they're ruining things we like to watch? Do you get that feeling?
So I think a couple of things going on. I think they are looking at the content. I think there's a lot of suppression. There's a lot of content that's not getting out, just like regular information. It's not getting out because it doesn't meet the needs of the people at the top. Number one. Number two, I think they are picking this safe content because it's more marketable.
Okay.
They're not putting out content because remember back in the day there were limited writers, limited visual effects people, so on and so forth. Now you got AI doing this. There's going to be a plethora of bullshit.
Sure.
So they're going to have to make more decisions about what they actually put out, and they're going to steer toward the things that make the money, not necessarily are entertaining to the end user.
Okay. I think now TKO owns UFC, WWE. I do think TKO is having a negative impact on the content from WWE. And I think Disney did for a minute. And it was because of the whole demand for more. It's the quantity over quality debate, right? Yeah. Disney saw how successful the MCU was. They are launching their streaming platform. They're trying to compete with Netflix, who's been doing it for a fucking decade already. They want Disney Plus to be that shit, right?
Right.
So what do? They go to their top guy. Hey, dude, I need you to carry the weight. I need more content from y'all. Marvel goes, fuck yeah, dude, but it's more money. It's more, I mean, Marvel, you know, it's almost like if you can take out the urge to be negative about shit, like, I mean, seriously, I don't fault them for what they did. Kevin Feige, Marvel Studios is going, oh, the big bosses, Disney, want more content from us. Awesome. We made a lot of great content. We can do more. Most people are never going to say, no, I can't do that, right? So I think they bit off more than they can chew. Then they had to rush this content out because of the demand, and that's where the quality suffered. So could you pin all that on Disney? I think it's a blame to go around, right? Because Disney wanted the content, Marvel agreed to it, and they agreed to these timelines, and they couldn't meet them. And when they did, the quality suffered. Because now you got a guy, Kevin Feige, who's overseeing everything. Well, when you're doing 2 or 3 movies a year in one show, he could probably keep up. When you're doing a new fucking show and movie every 2 weeks, there's things that are going to get delegated, right? I don't need to see the final copy. It's good. Right. I'm busy here. And I'm acting like I fucking know the guy. But I think that was a lot of it. And TKO, I think they're in the, like, Marvel and Disney are past that now. They realize less content, better quality, which is why they've cut down their output. TKO has not figured that out yet. They're jacking up prices and moving WrestleMania to fucking Saudi Arabia. You might as well put it in the Gaza Strip, you know?
Are they really doing that?
They're really fucking doing that. And the Royal Rumble, which is the second biggest show of the year right before that. It's all fucking good. They might as well just stay there all year round and fucking have everybody move there.
Wow.
Yes. So,
with all the, what a lot of people don't realize about this wrestling industry is that a lot of people come from other countries. So it's a big deal.
Yeah, they come here.
And well, the United States is making it kind of hard for them to do that too.
Absolutely.
So are they validated in moving this shit?
I mean, you think these people, no offense to anyone who, you probably can't watch in Saudi Arabia, but you think they feel safe going to Saudi Arabia?
Well, feeling safe to go someplace that you can access versus not being able to go to someplace.
Okay.
It's
different. Yeah, it's fair. But it's more just the corporate greed, you know.
Yeah, but then again, the people that come to see WrestleMania, they're not coming from the South anyway, so it kind of doesn't matter, you know?
That dude Pablo responded to OG, says, I know you didn't ask me, but it's got to be corporate America, death by committees. Honestly, I sit in meetings. You'll love this part. Meetings about meetings about meetings. We had to discuss the last meeting. Yeah. Nothing gets done because there's too many competing ideas. It's got to be that. I mean, it's probably a lot of things.
Sure.
But anyway. Let's see. OG also says, what up, Mike and Adrian? Please tell me that Disney is not putting a she-Doom in Avengers Doomsday. What the fuck is going on at Disney, and who asked for this? I hope it's not true. There's a rumor that there's going to be multiple Doom variants, and there may be a female Doom variant at some point.
Sure.
Who cares?
There was Deadpool.
Exactly.
Conclave of Deadpools.
And that's how I think it won't be crazy. I think it will be something like remember the Wolverine montage where you had all these different variants, and they're, like, I don't think, she-Doom, as he puts, is going to be, like, leading the movie.
Yeah.
You'll see some variants. It's going to be a multiversal story. they got to do something to tell you the depth of the multiverse and show you. And there's been variants of characters in every multiversal movie.
Right.
I mean, we've seen the Wanda variant. She dream walked into a different variant of herself. There was at least 2 or 3 or maybe 4 different Doctor Strange variants in Strange. He fought the one version of himself. He dream walked into the dead version of himself.
Right.
And then in the beginning of the movie, the Hispanic version of himself was the one who was trying to kill America Chavez, who ended up being killed and turned into the zombie version. So there's, and then we had a dead version in the universe where the Illuminati was. So I don't think it's crazy, and I don't think it's going to impact the movie negatively.
But I think his question was specifically, if I understood what he was saying, is there going to be a female version of Doom?
Probably.
And while I think it might be, it's going to be like a Flash.
Yes, exactly. 100%. Yes, I think there will be. No, I don't think it'll be a big deal. And then one more from OG. Mike, Weapons movie ain't what you think it is. It's a much darker hidden meaning than a witch. I saw the movie. It was okay. But when I learned what it was really about, I looked at it differently. There's a big conspiracy behind it. And it has something to do with the Hollywood and the elite that runs everything.
Oh, he's talking about the Oprah shit.
Yeah.
And the Clintons and that
Probably.
whole child thing.
I'm sure there's a deeper meaning.
Well, I'm not saying that he's doing. I don't want to put words in his mouth.
Yeah.
But I think what he's talking about is that there's a bigger meaning behind that, and the biggest thing that they've been talking about with this whole child abduction thing is the Clintons and the Oprahs and blah 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 blah.
Yep.
That vomitorium.
I'm sure there may be a deeper meaning. I just didn't like the movie.
Right.
I can't excuse how little I cared for the movie for it being deep.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. The Dark Dad returns. He says, also, he's got a few, but we're going to read this one. I like this one. What are your top 5 Thanksgiving foods? Thanksgiving's around the corner, Adrian. Can you believe that shit?
Is it?
Like fucking a week, bro.
Yeah. Or 2.
My favorite holiday, because I'm a big back. 5 things. His are ham, collard greens, mac and cheese, yams, and potato salad. And for a bonus, gravy. My top 5. How the fuck do you, first of all, Dark Dad, how the fuck do you pick ham on Thanksgiving? It's a motherfucking turkey day, Adrian.
Hey, that's his top 5,
his,
not yours.
I'm sorry, Dark Dad. Mine are turkey.
Yep.
Now, oven baked versus deep fried turkey. I don't know.
I've never had a deep fried, so I don't know.
God.
You mean that thing where you drop it in the fucking pot and it explodes?
No,
that whole thing?
I'm not a fucking retard, so that doesn't happen to me. No, I know how to fry shit without catching my house on fire because I'm not a jackass. You don't put a frozen fucking turkey in 500-degree oil, or you don't fill. It's really hard. There's a line that says fill line.
Yep.
If you don't fill past that line, you won't have issues.
Right.
Also,
unless you put a frozen turkey in it.
Unless you put a frozen turkey.
Yeah.
Or if the thing says max size turkey, 18 pounds, you know that you can go up to maybe about 20, okay?
Right.
But you don't put a 25-pound turkey where it says max size turkey, 18.
I avoid all that by doing it traditional.
Okay.
That whole oven thing that's been around for a couple hundred years. Yeah.
You cut off the pieces and
no, my oven's big enough. I don't need to cut anything off.
Okay. But mine, I'm gonna go turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, cranberry. I'm gonna use cranberry sauce. I love with the cranberry on top of the stuffing. Now gravy's not really a food, and then mac and cheese, bro. You got to get a good mac and cheese in there.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going traditional. What you got?
Mine's turkey. Now I do also make a ham. I make a mean fucking honey glazed pineapple ham. Okay. That shit is chef's kiss.
Damn.
But turkey.
Are you glazing the ham?
Mine, yeah.
No pun intended.
So turkey, stuffing with the cranberry. A couple of years ago, I found this stuff called whole cranberry instead of the jellied cranberry sauce.
Oh, it has like pieces.
Yeah. That shit is fucking delicious.
Okay.
So as I keep repeating my top 5, so turkey, stuffing with the cranberry, definitely collard greens, mine, mac and cheese, my wife's, and some yams. Then I'm gonna even throw in cornbread. I found this cornbread recipe, fucking with sour cream. You never think that you put sour cream in cornbread, but that shit is fucking super moist. Love it. So that's my top 6.
Damn. Okay. Well, there you have it. Brandon Jones says, I think Tarantino's best movie is Django. Definitely my favorite character. Okay. The Sci-Fact says, read a comic. He does say read a comic, and you should. Let's see. Doombot says, what the hell is a Doombot? Am I the only Victor Von Doom, right? Okay. Broman's back. Broman says, what's up, Mike and Adrian? AWOP, listen, bro, I love both Kill Bill 1 and 2, but Tarantino needs to stop playing and give us that Kill Bill 3 we want with the black lady who got killed in front of her daughters. Daughter grows up and seeks revenge on Beatrice the bride. All I'm saying is that shit would slap. Yes, it would. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I don't know what a cornucopia is, but if it's on the fruit tag with my tighty whities, and that shit does exist and it's real.
Absolutely.
I was born in 83, so I know for a fact I was there and lived through. I'm telling you, dude, the cornucopia was on there.
A cornucopia is that basket-looking thing. Looks like a old school horn.
Yep.
And you like put shit in it and decorate and all this kind of bullshit. Mm-hmm. So it's like the brown basket-looking thing that's behind all the fruit in the Fruit of a Loom.
Yes. Temp says, I fucking love this channel a lot. Yes, we do too. Super Tier says, what makes you think, here's a bullshit, what makes you think we've ever seen or met the actual real Tony Stark in the MCU? Because what if that character had never really been introduced? It's just like, you really think that they're going to build up Tony Stark for all these years and then 20 years later go, psych, that wasn't really Tony Stark. It was Victor Von Doom and he was adopted and changed his name. I'm sorry, dude. Nope. You know what you need to do? You need to read a comic. That's what you need to do.
Or maybe he was a scroll all this time.
Oh, yeah, sure. That dude Pablo says, thank you for the non-comic director segment. Indeed, y'all give the fans what they want. Yes. I can't remember if you've done it at this point, but another great segment would be top 5 comic portrayals, like actors who just embody their comic portrayals. Essentially, the opposite of Pedro is Reed.
Right.
Perfect. No, we have not. We can do that next week. Our top 5 perfect casting.
I mean, we've not done a segment, but we've talked about it ad nauseum, and we've also talked about those that are not.
Hit or miss cast.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can rank our top 5,
sure.
Our best portrayals. These are his, no order. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. Patrick Stewart as Xavier.
Agree.
Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger.
Okay.
Pattinson is the perfect Bruce and Batman. Yes. Yes. Fucking yes. And Heath Ledger's Joker. That's a fucking solid list, dude.
Yeah, that
is great. That is. So I'm interested. It's going to be hard to rank those.
I mean, but you also got Chris Evans as Captain America. I think Johansson did a decent job as Black Widow.
Yep.
And I definitely prefer her over the Yelena. Who else? Who else off the top of my head? What's his face is T'Challa.
Yep.
So there's been a few.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth as
Thor.
As Thor. Yep.
It's gonna be hard to pick 5, dude.
Yep.
It's gonna be hard. Todd Tay says, if I didn't watch this channel, I wouldn't know half of this ish about Doom. Now I'm way more invested in him based on what his suit alone can do. I don't know how he sounds like he's the smartest man in the MCU. Spectacular video. Well, thank you. And he's definitely top 3 smartest.
Yeah.
And dude, that's why, I joke about, hey, go read a comic. But when these people, they're just bringing him back because it's going to be Tony. Dude, you just don't know how fucking awesome this character Doom is.
Right.
And when you talk about the contrast between the two, it makes perfect sense to have Robert Downey Jr. play this because he's a contrast to the other character he played. Anyways, AJ says, it's so refreshing to hear someone saying that the casting of Robert Downey Jr. as Doom is genius, because it fucking is. If you really deep dive into the characters, no Diddy, of Iron Man and Doom, like you guys have, it makes so much more sense. RDJ is going to be a perfect Doom. I don't know what people are thinking. I don't think people are ready for the performance he's about to give and how interesting and multifaceted his character will be.
Right.
I agree, 100%. Let's see, we'll pick a couple more. Captain Canada, AWA, read a comic. Yo, we had a late live Friday, Adrian. I went to the Jonas Brothers concert with my wife and my daughters. It was an experience.
Oh, yeah?
Dude, I've been to a lot of concerts. I've never been to a concert inside of an arena that was as loud as this one. And it was at the Mohegan Sun Arena that fits like maybe 10,000 people. The fucking arena was shaking. I was sitting down and doing this because the people were fucking moving me.
Damn.
It was insanity, dude. Not like, I mean, there's definitely levels to it. Like, I mean, we experienced the Michael Jackson era.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Bitches just be passing. Oh my God, it's Michael. Oh my God. They just would faint, like literally faint at the sight of this man.
More stupidity. Yep.
Yes. So it wasn't that level, but it was an experience. But we got back late, dude. I was on from like 12 to 3 a.m. We were fucking getting it in.
Damn.
So shout out to Cap. He was there. He showed off his collection of collectibles, which was phenomenal. So he says, AWOB guys, read a comic. After listening to the Doom take, even though I knew RDJ would be the right fit, I can honestly say with certainty that he will absolutely knock it out of the park for sure. These are his top 5 non-comic directors: George Lucas, Tarantino, Guillermo del Toro, James Cameron, and Spielberg. Magic wins. Yeah, it's a solid list. Magic wins for me the 3v3, although Omega Level was a close second. Well, Cap, they lost, so no, it's playing. All right, let's see. Oh, Dark Dad says, AWOB, Adrian, your voice sounds like velvet when you're sick, my man. Velvet.
Yo, I was thinking like once a year, because I know this shit is going to happen. Right?
Yeah.
Once a year, I do some rap and shit.
Yeah.
Like with my DMX voice.
Yo. He says velvet, though. I like that.
Hey.
Dude. I think they casted RDJ so they can have a versatile actor to play Doom, and one of those variants might be a Stark variant, but the main Doom will just be Doom. Also, we got to get a Mike and Adrian deep dive. Oh, yeah. I don't know if y'all are ready for that one. No. I'm happy I joined the Legion of Interns. Keep killing it, fellas. Yes, sir. Let's see. We talked about OG. OG says Marvel Rivals Season 5. Gambit's coming Friday. Yo, they added Gambit to Rivals, and Rogue, I think they either added her or she's coming soon. So,
damn.
Still not going to get you to test it out, though, huh? Gambit versus
Oh, no, maybe if we talk about this hidden gem.
Oh, shit. Gambit versus Iron Fist, street corner style fight. Who wins, Adrian?
Oh, my God. Iron Fist.
Iron Fist, right?
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah. DJ Super Soldier says, AWOB, yo, you guys got me even more hyped for Doom. Everyone's saying that. Yo, we're doing a better job promoting Doomsday than fucking Marvel.
Hey, that's the way it works, dude.
That is the way it works.
I mean, they steal all this shit from us to make the movie. Why not, you know?
Have you been compensated for this yet?
Yeah, they gave me a cold.
Okay. They sent that to you? Yeah. What a breakdown. What a deep dive. Standing ovation. Well, we appreciate that. Top 5 non-comic movie directors. Let's see. We'll go back. 5, Cameron. 4, Steven Spielberg. 3, Nolan. 2, Quentin. And 1, Scorsese. All right, DJ. Jackie Brown is one of the most underrated films of all time. De Niro is fantastic in this film. That's right. I forgot De Niro was in this shit too.
In what?
Jackie Brown.
Okay.
Jackie Brown is a fucking great movie, and no one ever talks about it. You know why, Adrian?
Yeah.
You know why.
I wonder why.
Because Robert De Niro was in it?
Yeah, that's it.
Or does it have something to do with the main star of the movie? Maybe being...
Who has been around for... I mean, she's done some nice shit,
yeah.
You know?
Yep. But she's a female and she's black. Yeah, so she had 2 things going against her, you know? Yep. Adrian, hidden gem on Starman. Okay. I don't know who Starman is, but I heard a little about the name being used for several DC characters, but I would love Adrian to break it down like only he can. Stay blessed, my guys. And
there was a movie back in the 80s or 90s. Jeff Bridges played this, I think it was Starman. I got so much shit jumping around in my head. But anyway, I think it was Jeff Bridges. He played Starman, like some guy that dropped out of the sky. He kind of like didn't know where he was, and then he figured it out and blah, 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 blah. Nice. But this is a different Starman.
Okay. And last YouTube comment, our boy Mick Skeeter. Mick Skeeter's the one that sent us this giant fucking... Dude, yo, I should just do the show again.
Right.
Shout out to Mick Skeeter. AWOB, gentlemen, I agree Disney needs to stop playing with us. I know a movie when I see one. That's ridiculous. The average length is 20 minutes long, so I'm going to watch it. But just waiting for Spidey and Doom, especially Doom after all the breakdowns over the last few weeks. Another one, dude. Yeah. I really hope that the live-action version of X-Men is really close to X-Men 97, or they use 97 and the older cartoon run as concept art plot reference. Same. Because the whole story run is cinema gold. You guys have a great week. Well, you have a great week too, McSkeeter. Thank you for the Galactus fucking galactic size as well. Right. Popcorn bucket. Yo, so it's funny. I opened it up yesterday and I put it on my wife's vanity in the room. She was in the shower and I'm downstairs in my room in the basement, which is right under my bedroom. And she walks in the room and it scared the shit out. She goes, "What the fuck is that?" And I'm downstairs just laughing. Because, dude, imagine walking in, you're used to your room, and then you see this giant fucking head.
Right?
Yeah. And I was like, "That's just Galactus, baby. What you talking about?" So appreciate that.
So can we use AI since it was in front of your face the whole time and make the lips move?
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
All right, with a couple Spotify comments. Nate says, "AWOB, did y'all see Badlands? What did you think?" I did not see it. You see Badlands?
I saw Predator Badlands.
That's probably what
we're talking about. Yeah, I saw it. It's a good movie. From the beginning to the end, it was a good movie. Yeah.
Justin Doran says, "Awesome episode, guys. Really enjoyed it. You guys are getting me so hyped for Doomsday. We need the DJ Khaled, another one.
Yeah, another one.
We just get them all hyped, dude. We got you hyped for Vision Quest today. You're gonna be fucking using AI by the time you're done. We are comic influencers, Adrian.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are the unks around here. You know that they refer to us as unks. You know? That's okay.
Yes.
He says, "I can't wait. Also, who do you think would win in a fight? Superman versus Homelander versus Omni-Man?" Probably Omni-Man, right?
Yeah, Omni-Man. Because there's a level of viciousnness. So Superman would lose against all of them.
Yeah.
And then you'll have Homelander winning against Superman, right? But Omni-Man is just completely whacked.
There's a band called Ice Nine Kills. Okay. They've done songs about Joker and The Matrix. Figured you guys might want to check them out. Have a good one. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Justin. Dan Cavalcanti says, "If Scarlet uses No More Mutants, it would be a good way to finish off Sony's X-Men and a good way to recast the MCU mutants." Yeah, I'd be down with that.
Yeah.
John Jones says, "Spoiler warning on The Substance, I guess. I was going to check it out. I'm sure Mike will cry about this in the comment and make his stupid voice." Hey, fuck you, John Jones. All I can say is, my bad, dude. I don't know. I thought you would have seen it by now. But now I saved you the time. You don't have to watch it.
Oh, you need to watch it just for the visuals.
You do.
So you can just turn the volume down and watch it and be like, what in the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah. Also, did I really spoil? I mean, I just told you there was a fucking blob at the end, but I guess that's pretty much a spoiler.
Well, we kind of did go in depth about it. Turned into like a puddle and getting sucked up by a fucking vacuum cleaner or something.
You know what? My bad, John. Maybe next time.
Bad.
Yeah, our bad. Yeah, you didn't stop me, Adrian. You're supposed to stop me when I do things wrong. Frank says, "AWOB, Nomad ever a thing?" Nomad. What do you mean is Nomad ever a thing? Are you talking about the
his character,
the Captain America, right? That's the Nomad is the version of Cap. That's like he's like
I think there's another Nomad. I'm not sure.
You know what, Frank? Give us some more context on that, Frank. Yeah. And he said he loved the Deathlock dive as well. And then C says, "AWOB fellas, you got to read the Spotify comments. Y'all got to see Snowfall. It's comparable to Breaking Bad." I read that last week. All right, that is We Respond for the week. Now, Adrian, the hidden gem you've been hyping up all episode long is the hidden. I really think it's Jimmy Olsen. Is it or no?
Nah.
Fuck. Wrong again.
We got to get Jimmy in the next week.
Yeah, maybe next week. Maybe.
Or
probably
never.
Not. Probably not.
The next week called Never.
Damn.
No, this week. So I don't think I ever even heard of this character until you brought up the character's name in Rivals.
Okay.
And I'm like, what? Come on, really? So, and it's been coming up, this character's been coming up more and more and more over time. So I'm like, let me just look into it. And come to find out, the character's pretty awesome, actually. Shit. So this week's hidden gem is Doreen Green, also known as Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl.
Right? So I'm like, damn, that sounds like a stupid character to fucking tell and blah, 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 blah. But when you stack her up against other characters, she has some very notable powers. And she's done some things that you might be amazed of, right? So anyway, born to Dorian and Maureen Green, Doreen Green was, she has something that happened, no one really knows, that altered her genes. Everybody thought that she was a mutant, but she's not a mutant. She's mutated.
Okay.
And it affected her, and it gave her squirrel-like abilities. Now, that sounds stupid until you think about Spider-Man, right? You think, oh my God, a Spider-Man. Hey, what the fuck is he gonna do? Crawl around on the walls? Well, yeah, he crawled around the walls. But
right.
When you think about these animal attributes, think about them at the human level size. Like, for example, a Spider can jump several feet. Well, if you make a human that can jump the equivalent of what a spider can jump, then he's jumping 2, 3, 5, 10 stories, right?
Right.
Squirrels, they run around, they climb across all kinds of bullshit. But when you apply those powers to a human, you multiply the power, right? Then that person has some pretty cool abilities. And so anyway, she's not a mutant, but a mutate. She discovered her powers when she was around. Well, she was born with the tail, but she discovered around 10 that she can communicate with squirrels. Now, Spider-Man can't communicate with spiders, but he does. He can't even spin his own web, but he does have the senses. He has the strength, the healing factor, so on and so forth. And so Squirrel Girl has other powers like squirrels that makes her pretty awesome. But there's one that has nothing to do with squirrels, but her ability to communicate. But anyway, so she discovered around 10 that she can talk to squirrels. She not only can duplicate the sounds of squirrels, but she can actually communicate and influence squirrels. Now, doesn't sound like much until you get into the shit that she's done with that. Well, she befriended a squirrel named Monkey Joe, who persuaded her to use her abilities to help people. And that's what she started doing. So one of the first things she did was she ambushed Iron Man in Central Park to try to convince him to let her be his sidekick. He refused, of course. But at the same time, so Dr. Doom, speaking of Doom, attacked Iron Man, kidnapped him, and guess who saved Tony Stark's ass? Squirrel Girl.
Damn.
So Doom is floating by Central Park. She summoned her squirrel friends. It sounds ridiculous. They jumped on board Doom's ship through an open door. They started biting into all the wiring. It affected the ship. And then she sent all the squirrels to attack Doom. While he was distracted, she was able to get Iron Man away. Now, it sounds ridiculous, but she's known as the unbeatable Squirrel Girl. Damn. Now, listen to the people that she has gone up against and defeated.
I know one of them that's gonna blow fucking people away that don't know.
Right. Like, first and foremost, Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
Because her rescuing Tony from that is a defeat.
Sure.
Right? Mandarin, Giganto, MODOK, the big head, right? Thanos.
Yes, that's the one.
Right. So that one was so ridiculous that everybody was like, nah, it's got to be a clone. No. So the Watcher, the universal peeping Tom, he confirmed that Thanos was not a clone or a copy. It was the real deal, and she defeated him, right?
Right.
Terex, Galactus's herald, the Bi-Beast, Deadpool, Pluto, Wolverine, Fin Fang Foom, the fucking dragon, right? Baron Moto Korvac, Ego the Living Planet, an entire planet, Kraven the Hunter, Whiplash, the Avengers, some of the Avengers, including Hawkeye, Spider-Man, Captain America, the Sam Wilson's Captain America, Black Widow, the Flash Thompson Venom, the Punisher, Magneto, Caine, and Galactus. Magneto.
Mag motherfucking Neto.
Yes.
Shit.
Matter of fact, she became so good at going up against supervillains so she was part of the GLA, that is the Great Lakes Avengers, right?
Okay.
They just stopped going out with her and shit. Meaning they stopped going out. Like, you don't need us. You don't need us.
You're good.
They're in the little room playing poker and shit, and she's out fighting Dr. Doom by herself. She is so good at that shit. Now, Iron Man said that, hey, one of your superpowers must be the gift of what do you call it? Rhetoric. And rhetoric is the art of the art of effective or persuasive speaking or writing. We call it shit talking.
Yes.
So basically, she's able to convince people to do things that they otherwise. Kraven the Hunter, she talked him out of pursuing Spider-Man. Galactus, she found out through her squirrel network that animals know shit before we do, right?
Sure.
She found out through her squirrel network that Galactus was coming to Earth to feed on it. She not only convinced him, became his buddy, I'm gonna tell you to the degree that she became Galactus' buddy, right? Just like Blue Marvel became buddies with the Watcher, Utah, right? So she convinced Galactus to not consume the planet, and she found a moon made out of nuts and shit, of course, that would satiate his hunger.
Damn.
Right? She became buddies with Galactus to the point where she got in a fight with some chick that befriended her but was trying to use her in Central Park. Galactus, first of all, he became aware. He sent all of the listen to this, all the reformed villains that Squirrel Girl had converted to her aid. When that didn't help, the man showed up him fucking self and just squashed the whole thing.
Damn.
So imagine that. Galactus comes to a planet to consume it, or when his buddy Squirrel Girl is in trouble, he just steps in, just squashes all the bullshit, right? So that's why Tony was like, you got the gift of rhetoric. Well, besides those gifts, right? Before I get into her powers, so some other adventures that she's had. We talked about her ambushing Iron Man. She in saving Iron Man from doom. She assisted Hulk. So she's in her tree house. Fucking Hulk comes smashing through, falling out of the sky because he's in a fight with the Abomination. Well, the Hulk has a concussion, and he can't really see. So Squirrel Girl aids the Hulk in defeating the Abomination by surrounding the Abomination with a bunch of squirrels, so he's distracted, and talking Hulk through where to punch so he can knock the Abomination out. He saved the GLA, or the Great Lakes Avengers, from muggers. He stopped Maelstrom from destroying the Earth. They caught the attention of the Shield. She rejected him. They's like, you guys ain't shit. He helped Thing defeat the Bi Beast by using garbage. Check this out. So the Thing is out fighting Bi Beast, and Bi Beast is this two-headed, not like two heads on a neck, two necks with heads. It's one head stacked on top of another head.
Oh shit!
One head is knowledge. The other one is human conscious, knowing about people and all that. Of course, super
like a
level.
totem pole almost. So
Exactly, like a totem pole,
two-headed totem pole.
Yep, two-headed totem pole. But also, of course, super level.
Genius
level
strength.
intellect.
Yeah,
that's the same bullshit, right? Defeated Deadpool because Deadpool was so distracted by the fact that he's fighting a chick with a tail, and the fact that she calls herself the unbeatable Squirrel Girl. He was so distracted that she was able to defeat him.
Damn.
She went into she got attracted to this kid Speedball, who a variant of him turned into something else. She decided, because she had access to time travel, that she was going to go back in time to prevent this guy from being this evil version, but she went ahead in the future instead, met up with this cat that told her, hey, you got a mission back in the past, so we need to send you back. And the mission was get Deadpool the fuck out of the GLA because he's messing with stuff. Now, she also has like the, what do you call it? The fourth wall, the fourth planet, whatever.
Fourth wall breaking.
So she has a little bit of that. So she actually interacts with the audience at times. She became, because she's so young, she became Luke Cage's and Jessica Jones's nanny, because they fucking had a kid, right? So she's kind of like all over the place. Her powers. So again, she's a mutate, not a mutant. She has the super strength, the speed, ability, reflexes. So super strength. They classify it as between 800 pounds, which is where Captain America is, and 25 tons, which is where Spider-Man is. So think squirrels with jacked up, super strength. Jaw strength, squirrels can bite through some shit, right? Yep. So these powers, as I say them, you think, Squirrel Girl sounds ridiculous, right? But I mean, if you look at Spider-Man, really without his webs, what is his powers? He got the spider sense. He got strength, speed, reflexes, recovery, and he can cling the walls. All right, okay. So alligators. One of the things about crocodiles. One of the things about a crocodile is that they're fucking one of the world's oldest predators, along with sharks, pretty much unchanged for millions of years, is their jaw strength. Several hundred pounds. A leopard, their jaw strength. Bears, they're so ferocious because of their jaw strength. They're measured in hundreds of pounds per square inch. Her jaw strength, 1,085,000 pounds of pressure. She can go through a steel door in seconds, right? Damn. She can leap like Spider-Man. She can leap several stories at a time. Climbing, she's got like Spider-Man. She has like small claws on her fingers and feet that allows her to grip and climb things. Then she has the prehensile tail, which she can use basically like an arm, or can wrap herself up in it and stop herself from freezing.
Yeah.
She has a knuckle spike, kind of like Wolverine's claws, but this knuckle spike can go through solid wood like it's nothing.
Yeah.
And then there's the ability to communicate with squirrels. So like I said, she can mimic the sounds, but she also can communicate it with them. And she can, I don't think it's influence. She kind of asks.
Okay.
So it's not like she takes over the squirrel and they do what she says. She can communicate with them and they volunteer to do shit, which has led to the demise of many hundreds of them because of all the shit that she gets them involved in.
Damn.
Regenerative healing. But out of all of her things, her deadliest weapon is the fact that she can, just think about like Dracula, right? He can summon bats.
Yeah.
So imagine something that can summon. Now you sit in the park and you making fun of Squirrel Girl because of her tail. She gets pissed off at you, and all of a sudden you're surrounded by a few thousand squirrels.
Yeah.
You probably feel some kind of way about it.
Right.
But besides that, she does that. She's a kid. She's going through college. She's doing other stuff just like Spider-Man, right? So she's a computer expert, and communication is her biggest thing. That's really, I think, they say that her deadliest weapon is her ability to summon squirrels.
Yeah.
I think her most important power is that rhetoric thing. Her ability to talk Kraven the Hunter from pursuing. That's all he does. Pursue shit. He talked him out of pursuing Spider-Man. Talked Galactus out of going over here and eating some fucking nuts on the moon instead of devouring the planet, right? So I think that's one of her. Communication is her true superpower. But I was impressed, dude. More impressed than fucking Diablo, I tell you that.
Damn.
So anyway, Squirrel Girl. That's this week's hit gem.
How did she get her powers again?
She was like a genetic anomaly, basically.
Okay.
Nobody experimented. Nobody really knows.
She's just born that way.
She's just kind of born that way, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Well, check out some of these. That's the Rivals. This is her in Rivals.
Now, it's kind of rumored that her and Wolverine kind of had a thing because she used to, she somehow ended up in the X-Men mansion or something, and they kind of encounter each other. They kind of like don't talk about it, but the way they talk about the encounter is like something happened, but they don't want to talk about it.
Got it. Well,
Wolvie's all kind of.
And dude, as they say, she is thicker than a Snicker in the comics.
It's funny. So not funny, but so when she's out and about in civilian life, so somebody outed her. This chick that she was supposed to be friends with told the world about her identity.
Okay.
You would think she's got a fucking 3-foot tail hanging out, how she's gonna not be out. Right. But the way she conceals the tail is she tucks it in her pants, and it just makes her look like she's got a thick ass.
Oh, okay. So she's got like a squirrel BBL going on.
Yeah, there you go. Like instantly.
Yeah. No shit. Well, there you have it. That's her in Rivals.
Yeah.
I've only used her in Rivals, Adrian, like maybe once. Yeah, I'm not a big Squirrel Girl, Rivals fan, but I did know that one small fact, and not small fact, I did know that one point that you brought up about her killing Thanos or beating Thanos.
Right.
Which everyone always goes to when they bring up Squirrel Girl.
Right.
But dude, definitely better than fucking Diablo, John Von,
No, it's what's funny is that Thanos was just one person on one big dude on the list. Like, I mean, you talking about Doom, you talking about Fin Fang Foom, you're talking about freaking Galactus. I mean, a planet, Ego, the living planet. Come on, dude.
Right.
I mean, that's some impressive shit.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. So There you have it, Squirrel Girl. It wasn't Jimmy Olsen, so not to let down all of you Jimmy Olsen fans, but all 2 of you out there.
Yeah.
But another 5-star hidden gem. You can check out the hidden gem TikTok page. Link is in the description. Or you can go back on the Only Comics channel. There is a playlist of some of the older ones. We got hidden gems on top of hidden gems, Adrian.
Yeah.
Now, to wrap this thing up, they're giving us the signal to go home in there, okay? We got to agree to disagree. I got a handful of my opinions as of today. I formed them as we were recording right here, so they're fresh. They're fresh. And I'm going to throw them at you, and you're going to let me know, in your opinion, do you agree or disagree? Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Number 1, Marvel should bring back T'Challa in Doomsday. Nobody wants to see an aged up nobody wants to see an aged up T'Challa Jr.
I agree.
It's going to be so pissed, it's got me tongue-tied, Adrian.
All right.
Iron Man, your boy, is no match for the master of magnetism himself, Magneto.
Agree.
Damn, reluctantly.
No, I wasn't pausing on whether or not that was true or not, but I thought you were matching him up with somebody else, which is what I was thinking about.
Nope.
But no, I agree.
Spider-Man would beat Captain America.
Agree.
Squirrel Girl would solo the Justice League.
Sounds like it.
Right?
I mean, at the very least, you just summon, Galactus.
There you go.
Or Ego. Or the fucking Watcher. Or Doom. Or anybody else that she's convinced over the years.
We talked about AI today a lot. Vision is the best AI in the comics.
JARVIS is the best.
Okay.
Vision is the personification of.
Okay.
But yeah, okay. Okay, Vision is the best AI in comics.
All right, so you agree.
Yeah, I agree.
And AI is not evil. It's just a tool.
It's benign. It's just like any other tool. It's like a gun. It's like a hammer. It's like a knife. It's like anything else. It's like a car. It's like a plane.
Right.
They all kill you,
Yeah.
when used incorrectly.
Absolutely. If you've never read a comic, you should start now, and you can read a comic or a bunch with us on our road to Secret Wars.
Absolutely, I agree.
You can go to onlycomicsmerch.com if you want the physical copies. If you don't, if you want to read them digitally, go sign up for the Marvel app. They don't pay us anything, so I'm promoting them for free. But it's a great tool.
Apparently we promote all kinds of shit and everybody else for free. So
yeah, they steal it. They fucking steal it.
They treating us like Morgan Freeman, man.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Fucking people.
Unbelievable. And last but not least, you should follow us somewhere.
Absolutely.
YouTube,
somewhere.
Spotify, TikTok, somewhere. Drop us a follow. Drop us a comment. Read a comment.
Yeah. Drop us some cash.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that too. That too. But how you can do that, how you can support the show, is you can go register or sign up for the membership. It's all at $4.99 a month. You get an extra podcast every Tuesday now called Other Stuff, where we're doing more comic stuff on there. We're going to get into some comic stuff on there this week. We're going to talk about Thor and Captain Marvel. So remember last week we were talking about the Doom suit. Yeah. And now he's got the 2 emblems that some people think could be Thor's hammer, could be Captain Marvel's logo. We don't know if it is, but I figured, why don't we break down Thor and Captain Marvel's powers?
Okay.
And we're going to break them down, and then at the end of it, I'm going to ask you, could Doom solo these 2? Could he defeat the base Doom? God Emperor Doom could beat just about anyone, but base ass Doom. We've learned a lot about Doom the past few weeks. Could he take these guys out? So don't answer that now.
Right.
But
I will say this though.
Yes,
Doom in a lot of ways is like Bruce Wayne.
Ah, okay.
And I'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. Stay tuned. Well, Adrian, it's been fun. We're going to go to our wide shot here. Shout out to our boy McSkeeter for sending us this giant Galactus helmet here. It is
fucking giant.
Yes.
Too.
It's actually a popcorn bucket, but I'm not going to eat popcorn out of it. We're just going to put it there. And if there is anything on the table you like, it might be in the Amazon store. It might not. I don't know. Check it out if you want to.
There you go.
Anyways, we appreciate y'all checking us out. Adrian, thanks for coming out.
Yep.
Shout out to all the interns out there. Shout out to everyone who jumped on the extra late live. We were on there midnight to 3 a.m. Dude, getting in. Pause was fucking losing his mind like usual. The Captain Canada was on there. Dude, it was a lot of fun. Met some new people too. Didn't even know about us. And like, man, we're gonna subscribe. So hope you guys are on here. And we'll be back Friday on the live, 7 p.m. most likely this week. Won't be as late, Maybe Adrian will show up.
No Jonas Brothers this week?
No Jonas Brothers this week, dude. No Jonas Brothers. Nope.
Backstreet Boys.
I got to work on my AI. I'm trying to create Ultron. You know? I mean, why not? My brain patterns. It seemed to work out pretty good for these guys. You know? So, anyways, thanks for watching the show. We will be back. We will see you next week here on Only Comics.
Peace.